All right. Our audio should be coming in now. Hello?
We good? Are we live?
Yes, we're live. You had me worried for a second. You just like fucking disappeared or something. Uh,
Uh, you hear us, audience?
oh, it's good, Toast. Yeah, she said she can hear us. How's the new background look? I figured I'd try something new with the background for the podcast. I don't even know why I'm waiting. It's gonna take forever for her to respond. Anyway, let me just do an intro. Oh, she said it looks nice. Cool. What's going on, dear viewers? This is your gracious host, Kaine Walker, with episode 7 of the Monkey's Paw podcast, where we document the downfall of mainstream Western entertainment. And this is Soups.
Welcome. A pleasure to be here, of course.
You already know him. He's not important. Nah,
Excuse
man.
me?
I appreciate everybody who volunteers to be up here with me. Just messing with him. But anyway, we have like one, two, three, four. We have 5 topics today. 2 of them are shorter, so I decided to just 2 of them just count as one topic. Really, they're gonna be pretty short. Um, but there are 3 main topics I have. I'm gonna see if I can get the. You know what? I'm gonna just start and see how this goes. Because what I wanted to do first was follow up on the Q&A for Five Nights at Freddy's, because I actually wasn't able to I wasn't
Now
able
you
to
can.
do the Q&A because of spoilers at the time. But now that I've seen the film, we can get on with it.
Now we can finally talk about it.
Yay! The following Q&A contains spoilers for Five Nights at Freddy's. So if you don't want that spoiled, do not continue to watch for about 10 minutes and then come back. Don't leave forever. But anyway,
Please don't.
this is Matthew Lillard, right, from the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and he's the shit. Do I want to say that? No, I'm gonna let the article. I'm gonna let the
Let the article
article
say.
do
Let the
do
article
the
say.
yeah. Okay, so this is the first question for Lillard. All right, he's okay. It says, "Did you expect this kind of reaction to Five Nights at Freddy's?" He says, "When I got the offer to do the movie, it was an incoming call. Basically, the proposition was to go sit with director Emma Tommy, or is it Tammy? Sorry if I'm butchering
I
that.
think it's Tammy.
Okay.
Yeah, Tammy. I think.
And if you guys get along and you want to do the movie, you'll get the offer. Every time that happens in my excuse me, every time that happens in my life, it usually means the movie's pretty bad. At this point in my career, it's not like I'm out there just getting Academy Award opportunities. I have to fight for those great roles. We met and she explained the character, and he's the Voldemort in the Five Nights at Freddy's universe. I came home and I was talking to my wife about it, and my middle child was sitting there. And they heard me say Five Nights at Freddy's, and we're like, wait, who are you playing? Yo, that's funny. His family knows about it and he doesn't. I said, William Afton and some rabbit.
that is.
And they were like, Dad, that is going to
That's
be
such a normal.
huge. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's such a normal family reaction.
They're like, wait, who are you
Of course,
playing?
the kids are already gonna know about it.
Yo, that's wholesome.
That's true family right there.
Yeah, he's like William Afton and some rabbit, and they were like, "Dad, that is going to be huge." Then my son came in and he affirmed the exact same thing. The fact that the two of them agreed on something was crazy. That's funny. He kind of threw salt on his sons. That's messed up. Nah, he's probably
Bro,
messing with him.
that's normal family relationship right there. That's normal siblings right there.
He
He
knows his
knows.
sons. He knows
He
they
knows
know
his
he's
kids.
fucking with him. Anyway, Scott Cawthon, the game designer, said to me at some point, in a year or two, nobody's going to be able to picture this character without it being related to you, bro. Just like Shaggy, bro. Like, for me, you're
Just like
Shaggy forever. You are Shaggy forever. You are not William Afton. You're Shaggy. You are Shaggy as William Afton. That's what you are to me. I, I kind of brushed
Well,
that.
imagine the
Go ahead.
memes. Imagine the memes that are coming already from this.
The memes. Oh, hang on. Let me see if the chat is actually popping up during the. It's not. Hang on. Let me fix that. Because what I like to do is have the. So there's a feed for the chat that I can see on the side, but in the playback, people might want to see it on the stream. I don't know. Let me just do this. Let me see if I can fix that. Where am I gonna put this? Right there. Oh yeah, cover up all the stupid fucking ads. Yeah, let's put it right there. Yep.
Fuck them ads.
See how good that looks? If that looks messed up, I'll fix it. But I just want to test run it for now. But anyway, back to the article. Shit, where was I? I'll start up
Shaggy's
here.
kids.
I'll start up here. Scott Cawthon, the game designer, said to me at some point, in a year or two, nobody's going to be able to picture this character without it being related to you. I kind of brushed that off as hyperbole. I took the job, and at conventions,
Does he not know how famous he is?
I don't know. Like, I mean, he seems like a pretty humble guy. I mean, I don't think he expected that from Shaggy either, or maybe he did because he knows the popularity of the Scooby-Doo universe. But this is an actor who wants to do a faithful portrayal of a character, but he's not aware of the franchise that much, which is rare. Usually, people who aren't aware of the franchise don't really care about fandom, but he seems like a person that actually understands fandom as an actual concept, even if he doesn't understand the franchise of Five Nights at Freddy's. So it's basically like, okay, so are Five Nights at Freddy's fans gonna enjoy this? Oh, okay, well then I'll do that, even if he doesn't even fucking know. So he says,
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It's considerate. I like that about him. He says, I took the job, and at conventions, that was a typo. At conventions, I immediately saw my line triple in size. Every third kid would come up saying, I cannot wait for you to be a part of this movie and this franchise. We've been waiting 8 years for the film. They were so excited. You start seeing projections coming out for the movie, and in the back of my mind, I was like, I think it's going to be way bigger. I'm in the trenches at these conventions. Kids come up to me all the time. Cut to early projections being 40 million and then doing 80 million on the first weekend. It was remarkable and super exciting. Sorry. Half of this is typos and half of it is me being fucking mush mouth. Like I got peanut butter stuck to the roof of my mouth. I'm sorry.
You get.
I went into it cold. Go ahead.
What were you about to say? You got a PB mouth?
Shut up. Don't make this shit weird, all right? Don't be weird.
I gotta make up for Wes not being here, okay?
Wes would have said some wild shit if he was here.
True. He would say, I cannot match up to his level.
He would have said some shit about like a foreign hooker and doing something sus with my mouth. Anyway, I went into it cold. I knew it was based on a video game, but I didn't know anything other than that. Finding out you were the villain was a fun twist for people who were not familiar with the game. It's really interesting, Jason Blum said multiple times that this is a movie that is built for the fans. I think he's right. They weren't that concerned with whether other people liked the movie, and I think they were right with the idea of like, oh, they're directly quoting him. That's probably it. And I think they were right with the idea of like, hey man, this isn't a movie for everyone. This is a movie for this fan base, and we are going to bet that they're going to come out and support it. Why did I read that in Shaggy's voice? I thought about it in Shaggy's voice. Their bet was 100% on the mark. And I think that they did a great job appealing to that community in an authentic way. I think they did too. Um, it turns out when I watched the film, I was a lot more familiar with Five Nights at Freddy than I thought. Or at the very least, everything I had already seen actually appeared in the movie. And I,
Well, I watched like half of MatPat's game theory videos way before I saw the movie, so I was kind of I got the references or I got the lore for like a good for the most part.
yeah, I mean, I still
I
think
think that
mine.
helped too.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying like I think also like watching MatPat's videos on the lore like really does a lot to like help you understand the movie like or at least remember off the bat like oh I know that part or I know that character or
Yeah, like that.
like just
Watching
in
lore
open
dumps and
from
stuff.
the opening credits, you knew the story. You already know the storyline. You already knew that part of the lore.
Oh, and Toast says I was a long time FNAF fan and Oofy. The lore videos are a lot. Yeah, I mean that it's the same way with like Dark Souls and other franchises that have like a cult following, and fucking FNAF has a cult following. Like it is that shit.
How the, bro, the fact that a series about robots that try to kill you in a pizza place has a Dark Souls level deep level of lore is astounding.
That's crazy, right? That's insane, right? Like it barely makes
Like
any
that should
sense.
not happen. It should not be this deep.
Hang on. The chat bubble I'm trying to install is not working. There's gonna be some light text support on this stream. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get shit running. Thank you for tuning in.
And while
There we
y'all
go.
watching this, if y'all could just share the link with y'all's friends, that'd be nice too.
Yeah, if you think anyone would
Don't
like
or
to,
don't. I don't know. It's up to y'all.
yeah, you know. Da-da-da. Ah, next question. It says, for people who are not familiar with the game, how would you describe your character? He says, I play a character that is living in plain sight in the world, and he is a horrible monster. Toward the end of the film, when my daughter can't handle a situation, I have to step in and take over. I do not accomplish that goal and end up meeting my demise. It's the first step in a journey that has this rich canon that spans multiple video games. I play a monster who, at the end of the day, gets his comeuppance and is thrown into this horror realm that he created. The hard part about playing this part is the pressure I put on myself to honor the fans and to deliver a great performance in an iconic role. There are millions of kids worldwide and people that started playing as kids and are now adults that have an expectation that this film will deliver on a really great level. So, being this iconic bad guy, the amount of pressure I put on myself to not suck is pretty extraordinary. That's the hardest part. We need more actors like this guy, bro.
Right?
we
Did he under how
we
does he understands how important his this job is for the
him
fans?
and Cavill are like neck and neck when it comes to fan satisfaction. Like I dig
Chris,
that. Like
like
that is admirable.
have the handshake meme like the Arnold Schwarzenegger and Paul Weathers handshake meme
Yeah,
from Predator. It's just Matthew Lillard and Henry Cavill
satisfying the fans or giving the
satisfying
fans
the
what they
fans,
want or something. Yeah, we need more people like
respecting
that,
the
bro.
fans. There you go, respecting
Yes,
the fans.
respecting the source material. Nah, I'm playing. That should probably be
You
it
know,
though. Respect to the source material. Anyway,
I will. I do want to say this.
yeah, go ahead.
He does, he does in the movie. He does put so much effort into his character.
He acted the shit
It's
out of
just a
that
shame that
role.
you don't see his character that often
No,
because he does. He really does try to sell it.
he does. Like it was convincing.
Like he's so underused. Is what I'm trying to say. He's so underused.
Well,
I
they
know
took.
why. I know why. Like it's
Yeah, they
just
took. Go ahead.
I know why he's so underused in the movie. It's just like yeah, I need more of him.
They took the same approach with him that they did with Godzilla, and we'll get to that later. Where
Oh yeah.
they make everyone matter and not just the FNAF characters, but they do it in an organic way, in my opinion. Like I think everything that
Yeah.
happened made sense, except for that one part with the chick. I don't want to fuck. I don't know if I'm gonna spoil this or not. There was
We can talk
one
about
part
that
that
later.
made no sense to me because it just came out of nowhere. But that's it. Everything else is all right. Okay. What did you think of it being PG-13? I think it was very, very smart. A PG-13 scary movie on Halloween weekend that's based on an extremely popular video game. I mean, what's the target audience for FNAF?
I think they were trying to go for they. It is supposed to be like a PG-13 audience because they wanted to get everyone, or well, not everyone, but like 'cause the fan base are range from kids to young adults, depending on when they got into the FNAF series. And a lot of kids were playing FNAF way back then, so I think they were trying to go for that,
I
like
think
that
playing it.
13, 12-year-old demographic. But honestly, I wish there was a more rated R, because
I think
like FNAF, like the way the movie shows, like does its like shows everything. It has the potential to be like really grim. It has the potential to be like really dark.
it does. I think, but I do think that them deciding to play it safe for this, I think that was a good move because of their target audience, being mostly in that range. Is there a range for like 13 to 15 or no?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, that's what
Well,
PG-13 is
PG
for,
13,
like
I
for the
guess.
13 to 15-year-olds.
Yeah, I don't think they could go any further because like they would risk alienating the age range for their fan base because some parents are not gonna want them to go see it because it's above PG-13. And given that this is actually meant for kids, it makes a lot of sense to me. Like it's not like they made a Mortal Kombat movie PG-13 like that. It'd be some dumb shit.
That's a sin.
Yes,
Um,
it's a cardinal fucking sin. Like you deserve to go to the ninth ring for that. Like the lowest. That's the lowest, right? The ninth one.
I don't know, like it's
Whatever the
just
lowest one is, I'm fuzzy on my divine comedy knowledge. It's been forever since I've read that fucking book. Okay, but anyway, he says, "Yeah, it turns out that a recipe that's a recipe for success. I think it's on brand for what the get me to. I think it's on brand for what the game is. There's a tension to it. There is a jump scare factor to it. It doesn't have to be violent to be scary. Well, yeah, that's true, especially for FNAF. That said, I think they should have
true,
played into
but
the. I think they should have played into the
I
jump
do like the
scares more.
violence of it.
Say that again.
I was gonna say, I mean, true, but like I do kind of like the violence of it, or at least the way they build
That could
up
have
the
been more
jump
battle
scares.
damage for sure. Maybe
Yeah, yeah, that's
more
what I mean.
battle
Like it
damage
needed
and
more battle
blood.
damage
Yeah,
from the animatronics themselves.
yeah. Um, it could have
Sorry,
been toned up a tad bit more, and I think they should have leaned into the jump scares a little bit more. Because if you fucking seen the gameplay for Five Nights at Freddy's,
FNAF is literally founded on jump scares. Like,
yeah, they could have leaned into it a little bit more, but not too much, or else it get old pretty quick. You know what I mean? It's still jump
mhm.
scares. Um,
Now I want to like actually watch the movie and to like review each jump scare. Like, oh, was that good? Was
we're
that
gonna
nah?
EFAP FNAF.
Yes.
I would if we wouldn't get copyright struck, copywritten. If we wouldn't get copywritten, I would actually want to do that. But I mean,
Damn
YouTube is
it.
weird with shit like that. I was actually planning on doing that for a series I called Dread Quest. I was gonna add some movies and like break those down narratively too, and like I have to figure out how I can make that work because I think that'd be something cool I could do. But I'm just not trying to
Uh,
get copyright struck. It's just stupid. Like fair use is a thing.
yeah.
Moving on though.
Yeah.
He says, "So I think the PG-13 is right. I'm going to give all the credit to Scott and to Emma. Most other people would try to get away with the IP and make something more scary and look for a more traditional road to success. In a movie like this, they'd push the horror, they'd push the gore, they'd push the violence to put a to both of their credits, they adhered to what was needed for the community. It's not very often that you get to hold on to your North Star in the creative process, and I think they did a good job of establishing a goal and successfully delivering on what they wanted to do. It's a shame that deviating from the source material has become a standard in Hollywood, to the point where we have actors like Lillard saying it's not very often that you get to hold on to your North Star in the creative process. That's fucking, that's criminal to me, bro. It's insane.
You know, and it's a shame that we've been used to that for so long, because I blame Marvel and DC for this. I blame Marvel and DC
I blame
primarily
Hollywood. Hollywood is, blame the
for that.
government.
Oh man, I wish Wes was here so he could talk about cultural Marxism again.
No, we don't need more cultural Marxism talk. We're good on that. I don't want more of that. We don't need no more of that, bro. I promise. This fucking chat box is gonna be the death of me, bro.
You still struggling with it?
Yeah, I was still messing with it. I might just leave it alone and figure it out, because I'm just trying to get it working for future streams anyway. Stop moving. Wow, it's
You good?
gone.
You good?
I'm good. Damn it, bro.
Oh man.
Fuck, I just don't think the chat box is happening tonight, guys. We'll have to test that another time.
I wish we knew how to work that.
Oh, it works! Yes! Oh, my voice cracked. Fuck. Yeah, it just came up.
It's so small.
Yeah, I have to make it bigger. Hang on. Don't roast me for my voice cracking. Don't do that.
Hey, D-Live, what's up?
Fuck, why is it doing this? Now let me grab it. Hold on. Here we go. So I'm going to make this bigger, and then you would say that when I blow up the chat. Why would you say that word after I blew up the chat, D-Live? The first thing they see when I fucking blew it up was niggas. How you niggas been? Like, what the fuck, bro? Come on. I'm trying to have some decorum on this fucking stream. What the fuck?
He basically came in like that meme. How do you do, fellow kids? Just put
how do you do, fellow niggas? Like, what the fuck? I fucking hate you, D-Line.
I wish I knew how to make memes. I would capitalize on this.
At least the chat box is working now. I can see everybody fucking laughing. Jesus.
Yeah, I can see Quetz and Toast laughing.
God, bro. Shut up, D-Live. You don't get the laugh. This is your fault.
Nah, keep laughing. This is fucking hilarious.
Shit, where was I? What did your kids say?
Perfect timing. The kids. You were talking about
what did your kids say? I think they're more chuffed that I'm in the movie than with the performance in the movie. Yeah, that would be me. I'll be at school like, my dad played in Five Nights at Freddy's.
My dad's in Five Nights at Freddy's.
My dad played in Five Nights at Freddy's. That'd be me. Yo, fuck Chris. Fuck a Christmas present, bro. I'm dead ass. Fuck a Christmas present. I get to brag to my friends at school how my dad's in a fucking one of my favorite movies. That'd be great. Anyway.
Go ahead. Those kids have all the bragging rights. I mean,
talk about fan service.
Even before Five Nights at Freddy's, he was Shaggy. That's already a flex.
It is. Being Shaggy is definitely a flex. They made the Ultra Instinct Shaggy meme. And Devil Artemis put him. Devil Artemis made him one of the strongest characters in his Dragon Ball universe. Dude, oh my god. Watch Devil Artemis's Ultra Instinct Shaggy videos, bro. They're fucking hilarious. They're hilarious.
I wonder if Matthew Lillard ever actually has he ever seen those
He has
Shaggy
got
movies?
he has to know about Ultra Instinct Shaggy. There's no way he doesn't know about Ultra Instinct Shaggy. There's no way. Oh man. Let me read this article before we fucking hang on. He says, my middle child called me crying because they were so happy for me when the movie came out. They went to the movie with all their friends, and I think they were very proud of me being a part of it. That's my dad. It was important to me, and I think it was fun for my family. I haven't been in a movie that's appeared in a movie theater since they can remember. For me personally, it has been a very humbling moment in my career. I'm 53, and I've had a couple franchises in my career that have been successful. I had thought maybe that part of my career is dead and over, and that's fine. I'm still doing all kinds of fun stuff, and I'm really excited about the things I'm doing. To get this opportunity out of the blue to have another franchise that could make a real impact on my career is humbling and exciting, and my kids are thrilled. Ah man, bro, he's a national fucking treasure. Protect this
I
man
was,
at all costs.
hey, wait. You know how I bet those kids reacted?
What?
Like that one kid from Shrek 4. I love you, daddy.
Oh D. Okay. It says the strike's been over for like 36 hours, so I'm sure they're ready. They're already talking to you about a sequel. Shit, what? Shit, I would. How can we make it? How much? What's your price? Oh, see, shit. I don't even remember if it ended on a cliffhanger. Did it? Did it end on a cliffhanger?
Not exactly a cliffhanger, just like the movie ended, but they left the door for a sequel. Sequel bait. There you go. Sequel baiting.
It's basically that's basically the same thing. Anyway,
Hey, not exactly. The primary plot ended.
basically,
It's not like Spider Verse. Anyways,
it's not like a Godzilla fucking sequel bait. Well,
uh,
I guess technically that'd be the same thing. Anyway, moving on. Fuck the semantics. This is the first conversation I've had about the movie ever. We couldn't do press the entire time, so the idea that we're sitting here having this conversation is amazing because that movie opened day and date with Peacock, which didn't hurt the opening, but it certainly hurt the second weekend, and I'm sure it's going to hurt this weekend. We weren't able to support it. All those traditional avenues of publicity weren't available to us. I'm excited to see when they greenlight the second movie, the plan we put together to make it even bigger and even more successful. What was it like for you?
bro, I can't wait.
So it's basically a guaranteed sequel. I hope, oh man, please
Oh
be
yeah,
good.
definitely. Like,
Please don't be
Five
bad.
Nights at Freddy's has too much love and like it's too financially rewarding for them to just cut it.
You know how fucked up it would be for Lucasfilm to be eclipsed by Five Nights at Freddy's? Like, what the
That,
fuck?
that
How the
reminds
mighty
me.
have fallen. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is about to be eclipsed by some animatronic animals, bro. Like,
Like some animatronic haunted animatronics.
what the fuck, bro? What timeline are we living in? What is this?
It's a very interesting timeline.
Oh, yeah, for sure. By the way, does the article look blurry for you guys, or is it, how does it look for y'all?
Let me actually. I think it's too white. That's how it feels to
It's
me.
too white. Well, that's fucked up.
Come on, not like that. You know how I
Toast with the
mean.
dots. Um,
Yeah, I think that's it with the dots.
I'll wait for that answer. Yeah, it seems all right, if anything. Uh,
That reminds me. You remember
what?
that meme I DM'd you?
The Fosbear Stonks meme?
It's not stocks. It's
I
a
said stonks
fast
with an
billion
N.
dollars meme.
A fast $1 billion. Yeah, that was pretty funny. It says, let me read this one. We don't have that many questions left. It says, what was it like for you to not be able to talk about something you're excited about? I saw the video that you made on Instagram for your fans where you're like, I can't talk about this thing, but thank you for your support, NDA. Oh man, I have so many more things going on in my life right now than I've ever had, and the good news is that I've learned not to seek out validation for this godforsaken industry. Clap for this man, bro.
Ooh.
It feels great, but the reality is I have a Dungeons and Dragons company that's launching a new TV show on Freevee, and I am just as excited. Boy, I gotta find that.
Bro,
I,
he's flexing at this
I
rate.
gotta,
He's
I gotta
flexing.
find that. I gotta find that. We need more details on that. I gotta follow whatever Lillard's doing, bro. I gotta follow it. Um,
Look, dude is just flexing as a cheap flexing on Hollywood right now. I
yeah,
love it.
why not? It says, I just launched my own whiskey company on October 8th, and it was so successful, we're reissuing the first drop. We just did a
Oh yeah, we
poetry
were talking
slam
about that last time.
Yeah, we did. It was part of the main article.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you're good. He says, we just did a poetry slam for kids living at 5 acres, an event that my wife and I created together. Those are the things that I put my energy into. Those are the things that I seek satisfaction from. I don't think you can survive in this industry looking for validation from film and television because it's just too fickle. If I was depending on that sort of affirmation, I wouldn't still be acting. I would be doing something else. But
This man.
the more he talks, bro, the
The
smarter he
more he
fucking
talks, the more I
sounds.
love him.
Right?
I loved him enough for the memes, but now I actually like him as a person.
He might be up there with Keanu Reeves and Henry Cavill for me. Like, I'm dead ass. I'm dead serious.
I think so. He's so underrated compared to them, but jeez.
Yeah.
Ooh, this
Being
heartwarming here.
53 years old and being around the block a couple times, definitely 53, I have a much deeper sense of appreciation in this moment than I probably have ever had because I didn't expect it. I realize that these opportunities don't come around that often. It's been a really rich, joyful moment because I can sort of sit back and appreciate it on a deeper level. He says, tell me about the Freevee show and explain it, please. Explain it to me as someone who has never played Dungeons and Dragons. You're missing out. Here's the good news. We are the onboarding show for everyone who's never played D&D, who is D&D curious. I have a Dungeon and Dragons company that I started 5 years ago with my 4 best friends called Beetle and Grims. We make high-end box editions for games like Dungeons and Dragons or Critical Role or Pathfinder or Magic the Gathering. We created this niche of luxury game accessories for ultimate geeks. That company is thriving. We came up with an idea called Faster, Purple Worm, Kill. It's very rules light, and we pitched it as whose line is it anyway? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
No, you don't know that show?
Whose line is it anyway? No, I do not know that show.
You don't know whose line is it anyway?
Do not know that fucking show. You
You
might have to
never.
put me on.
Oh my! Oh, you missed out.
You're gonna have to put me on, bro. I'm sorry. I have
Bro,
not
that's
been.
just so funny.
My media, bro. Ironically, as much as I tell people they should consume media, my media consumption has slowed in recent years. The reason why I'm able to talk so much about it is because this is work I had already done, like with the media consumption thing. Cause like,
Bro,
it was just shit that I was immersed in for years already. You know what I mean?
you gotta,
I'm not
you gotta
opposed to
YouTube.
watching new shit. It's just like my time is very limited nowadays. You know what I mean?
You gotta YouTube whose line is it anyways? It's a show, like a comedy show, or like comedy game show,
Yeah.
where three actors just improvise whatever random skit that the host tells them to do, and it and of course the point is just to make everyone laugh, and the way they do it, they're hilarious, man. You gotta watch.
Yeah, I do. And he says he pitched it as Whose Line Is It Anyway meets Dungeons and Dragons. It's an improv comedy show that is a 1-hour D&D love letter. That's fucking awesome. And here's him.
I gotta see
This is
this.
him being goofy on the. Is this part of the show?
I think it is.
Lillard and Faster, Purple Worm, Kill. What
Bro,
is this?
I do not want to mess with him. Do not mess with him, man.
What does this title mean? He's like, it's a riff off of Faster Pussycat Kill Kill, which is the Russ Meyer movie from the 60s. It's campy, it's silly. That's kind of the tone of the show. Every episode is the story of 4 first level characters, which is the basic level. Very newbie characters. It's a story of these 4 heroes going off into the world, and unfortunately for them, they run into a legendary Dungeons and Dragons monster like Tiamat the Dragon or like a purple worm and get completely obliterated. I know it sounds really weird, but the show is super funny. At the end of the day, it's about what people do when faced with their ultimate demise. What does a hero look like? Every episode has moments of people having real human connection points. One of the last episodes we did, the conceit of the show is a family is trying to resurrect a father, and they want him to sign off on his will. Brought him back from the dead for that? That's crazy. My dad is very sick with dementia. It's horrible, a horrible experience, and in the show, I was playing this character who's desperate to hug his father one more time. As we were going through the game, I was getting deeply connected to my own experience with my own dad. Oh, man.
Oh.
At the end of the show, we do this thing called the epitaph. These characters get wiped out. What are the things your friends say about you on the day of your death? People get connected to their characters, and they have this really sweet moment at the end of these shows. Anyway, at the end of the show where I was trying to hug my dad, I couldn't get a word out. I was sobbing. Everyone ended up in tears. The incredible thing about Dungeons and Dragons is that it's a game that is really about sitting around a table and telling stories, and you end up connecting to that story. In this moment, I had this deep connection to what was happening, and I had a real reaction that was cathartic and emotional. I think that sort of encapsulates the beauty of the game and the beauty of the show. Is there anything else that you especially want people to know about right now? I would love to talk about my whiskey company. We created this company called Fine Food. What the? Wait, did we read this last time?
You read that part last time.
Wait a minute. So I read one of the questions last time by fucking accident.
Well, it's because it wasn't on topic with Five Nights at Freddy's, so you just wanted to read the end, and then that's when you were like,
oh
yeah,
okay.
I gotta check this out. You're like, I gotta check this out.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll wrap it up.
That's when you were first talking about how he understands fandom as a concept,
Yeah. Let's wrap it up here then, and then move on to our next topic. But man, Matthew Lillard, I want him to be in more shit, man. I hope the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise goes far. I just wish he got more opportunities to be in more movies. But Hollywood's different now, so it's all good. Protect him at all cost.
There's definitely gonna be more movies, at least more than 3. I hope so, at least.
Wait, hang on. You DM'd me something.
Oh, I DM'd you the
yeah, I just saw it.
You want to show the chat?
Can I? Hang on. Yeah, I'll show.
Can you show the audience?
I can do it. The screen looks chopped in half, but trust me, it'll repair itself here in a second. That's pretty funny. Five Nights at Freddy's was above Avengers Endgame. There's no way is that real?
No.
There's no way that's real. $352 billion. No. Trillion. That's what the fuck is that? Is that a trillion? That's a trillion. That's not real.
Let me actually look up its actual box office.
Yeah.
Numbers just in case. I know it's not more than fucking Endgame, but
not reacting to that yet. Dude, I will do this though. Put it in theater mode.
284 million.
284 million worldwide.
Or wait, hang on. I'm getting different. I'm looking at different articles. One says 217 million worldwide. That's 250 million. I think that's here. 250 million here or
just
no.
Here? What the fuck?
No. I think worldwide. Worldwide. My bad. Worldwide.
I was about to say, so $200+ million on a $20 million budget. They came up crazy. What is that? 200 times their initial budget? if I'm not acid
Oh,
math, you know,
Hey,
I am acid math. Hang on.
current numbers. There you go. Let me see. I need to see this. Okay, so domestically, 137 million. Internationally, like on its own internationally, 151 million, and so in total, oh man, that's almost 300 million. They have 288 million.
Oh, it's 10.
Mm,
I can't fucking. That's 10 times there. I suck.
that's
That's 10 times.
well, wait, so they
I was
actually
way
have
off. I
200.
was like 200 times. No. No, no, no. It's 10 times
Wait,
their initial budget. Stupid.
let me actually
Um,
look.
that was fucking. That was so hilariously far off, dude. 200. Nah, 10. Um, but anyway,
So it's not actually as much as the meme, but they did make a
I
really
knew
good.
it wasn't $352 trillion. Like, bruh, that would be insane. That is the come up of several lifetimes. There's no way. Is there that much money on the planet, bruh?
Not that I know.
That shit is, bro. You could pay off America's debt with that. Get the fuck out of here. Wait, could you? I'm pretty. Actually, nah, never mind. I
Oh,
almost Googled America's debt, bro. I'm probably way off with that too. Hang on.
still though, like
You
two
pay off
two
somebody's
hundred
debt with
eighty
that.
eight
You could
million
pay off a
for
country's debt with that probably.
still though 288 million. That's
No, I
good.
was talking
Like
about
for
the
a
300
first
some.
movie too.
Oh shit. Um,
What?
you could pay off America's debt with that, and have plenty left over. Apparently, America's debt is like 33 trillion. Yeah, there's no way a
Oh
movie
Jesus.
making that. You could. Okay. But anyway, back on topic. So this article for Cosmic Book News is going to be going over something that happened recently with a comic book shop owner named Glenn. Hopefully they show his video in this article. But basically, what's been going on is that you know, as long as Marvel and DC have been perverting established characters and flooding them with identity politics, shop owners have kept quiet about it for a long time. And now one comic book shop owner has actually decided to speak up. First name's Glenn. I don't know if they're going to give his last name in this article, but essentially, he is who this article's about. It says, comic book store owner blasts DC and Marvel Comics writers, industry reacts. Um,
Ain't it something when like every time like a company or someone like is getting hit with like backlash or consequences, they just try to bury their head in their sand in the sand at first, try to make it go it's until it goes away and then it doesn't.
well, yeah, but the thing is, I don't want to shit on the. I don't want to shit on the comic book shop owners that hard. You
Well,
know,
not all
but
of them are that. Not all of them are bad. I'm
I
just
mean, no,
saying,
it's
like
not
the
that they're
really.
bad. It's that they were afraid of the backlash, and I understand that. But at the
No,
same
no. I mean, like,
time, it could have
I
probably
mean
ended a
more.
lot faster if they decided to speak up. Like, I will say that. Like, they are
I
complicit
mean,
in some of this, but at the same time,
true.
I don't want to like rub it in because I mean I want comic book shops to thrive, but still, we can still acknowledge that. Um, but yeah, you can see this image here of two crimes to continuity. John Kent as gay Superman, fighting for climate change, and then
Ugh.
Mystique with baby butt crawler. And her, I don't even know the name of the chick she had the baby with, bro. And yes, I know some of y'all are probably gonna be like, "Well, that's a viable birth position or whatever." I'm still calling a butt crawler. I don't care. I'm still calling it. But first of all, they changed They basically retconned the fact that he has an actual dad to make Mystique his dad. Second, I'm calling it butt crawler to clown him. That shit still looks like a football getting snapped out of a woman's ass whenever he's being born. I'm sorry, it just does. That shit still looks funny. And she's like sitting on her heels. Anyway. Currently going viral amid the comic book community on Twitter is a video from a comic book store owner who blasts the writers of DC and Marvel Comics. The comic book store owner of the Comic Book Palace from Massachusetts, Glenn O'Leary, that's his name, has more than a few things to say about the writers not caring about the fans, characters, and source material anymore and blast them for injecting themselves into the material. And this is a quote from him. Most of these new writers don't have the level comics like these older writers had. All they care about is how can I put myself in the book, he says in the video, which has been viewed over 1 million times. The comic store owner adds, no, we don't care. We don't care what you do if you were... My bad. No, we don't care what you would do if you were Iron Man. We don't get who you are. You are writing Tony Stark. They're paraphrasing it a little bit. You are writing Tony Stark. You are not writing yourself in a book. If that's the case, write your own comic with you in it. Nobody will read it because nobody cares. People grew up loving Peter Parker, loving Miles Morales, loving all these Captain America. Nah, just keep reading. We don't need you to put your input in it. Just write Steve Rogers. Don't write what would Steve Rogers be if I was Steve Rogers. That's not how it works. He's absolutely right. O'Leary continues, but that's again how most of these new people write nowadays. That's why most of this stuff is shit, because we don't care what you would do, because we don't care about your life whatsoever. Just write a book, get paid for what you do, get paid for what you're supposed to be doing, and make it a good story. Okay. They put a live update. Well, it's not a live update, but you know what I mean. Put an update here. Mark Millar will be talking to the owner on YouTube on Wednesday. And that interview has already come to pass. Obviously, we're like, 2-3 weeks late to this? 2 weeks. I would say 2 weeks. We do a show every 2 weeks. Actually,
around there, yeah.
Did this happen around... No, this happened like just after we did our last show, I think.
Wait, really?
I think so, because I was sitting on this for at least 2 weeks, because I'm like, I'm going to talk about this shit next show. It needs to be talked about. Excuse me. But anyway, talking to Glenn tonight on my Millar Time YouTube channel, all I've seen is guys pile on him for expressing legitimate concerns about his biz, and I hate seeing people bullied. Looking forward to a proper chat and hearing his story in depth, tweeted Millar. Update number 2. Talking to Millar in the video, O'Leary said, I'm a retailer, but I'm also a huge fan. I'm saying just as a fan that I just want to read a good story. That's what I really want. It's funny because it's a catchphrase we use a lot just tell me a good story. But you know something? That's all we want. I want to be able to open up a book and look forward to reading, especially a mainstream comic, and getting the feeling that you always got from it. So much has just changed. So, we can watch the video of his reaction. I'm actually glad we can do that because I want you guys to tell me whether or not this shit looks choppy, because I want to be able to show more videos during podcasts without that shit looking like a church stained glass window or a stop motion fucking movie.
A good thing you don't have to struggle to find the video on like that last comic owner that we tried to look up.
I still can't believe Tim Sheridan blocked me, dude. I've never interacted with him, dude. Yeah, I'm just bullshit. Whatever.
Oh, that was so fun. Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
man.
Yeah, play the video.
Okay.
You should play the video.
1 second.
Oh, that was a good stream.
It was fucking hilarious. But anyway, let me play this thing.
Most of these new writers don't have the love of comics like these older writers had. And all they care about is, how can I put myself in the book? No, we don't care what you would do if you were Iron Man. We don't care who you are. You're writing Tony Stark. You're not writing yourself in a book. If that's the case, write your own comic with you in it. No one will read it because nobody cares. People grew up, growing up loving Peter Parker, loving Miles Morales, loving all these Captain America. We don't need you to put your input in it. Just write Steve Rogers. Don't write Steve Rogers. What would Steve Rogers be if I was Steve Rogers? That's not how it works. But that's again how most of these new people write nowadays. That's why most of the stuff is shit. Because we don't care what you would do, because we don't care about your life whatsoever. Just write a book, get paid for what you do, get paid for what you're supposed to be doing, and make it a good story.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he hit all the bullseyes.
Yeah, he didn't say anything wrong, dude. Like, this is like, everyone's been saying this is like a mild take. It is. Like, we've been saying this shit for years, and it's not a fucking, like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? I mean, why did they get so mad? Like, how is this qualified as kicking a hornet's nest? Like, I don't get it.
Well, I
mean, they hate fucking
the
criticism.
people he's talking about are basically a bunch of hornets.
You know what, bro? Let's look at these motherfucking replies real quick, because I got Twitter. Let's look at these fucking replies real quick. Oh no, they're already shit.
Oh.
Well, this is from days ago. So what the fuck did I expect? Excuse me. He says, I would never shop at that store. What kind of store owner in their right mind would outwardly complain about the product they're selling? What the fuck? What kind of shop owner would outwardly complain about the product they're selling? Is he stupid? Dude, like, okay, so this is how it works, right? No, this is how it works. As a shop owner, you put your money forward to buy stock, right? You buy the stock and you put it on your shelves. You notice every motherfucker that walks in the store looks at that shelf and walks right the fuck by it. And that shit happens for months and months. What does that mean? That means you wasted your fucking money. That means you bought something that's rotting on the fucking shelves. To the point where you got to give this shit away for free to fucking get the shelf space back. And you can't even give them shits away because they're so fucking trash. So what do you mean? Why would a shop owner outwardly complain about the product they're selling? They would if it's a shit product. Like, he has to buy the fucking books to put on the shelf with his own money. So what do you mean? Go ahead. Did you have something to say?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, it's just like he owns the store. Why can't he talk about what's in the store?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's his property. I mean, like I don't know. Like did they expect him to just be like a Barnes and Noble or like any other kind of store that just promotes every single thing they have, even though people don't like it? Like, let an honest man be an honest businessman too.
It's just silly because of what I just explained. Why would I stay quiet about a shit product that's failing to make me money that I have to buy because my shop is like the main selling point of my shop is the thing I'm buying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what is he talking about, dude? Like, it's just so stupid. Like, I have no words for how stupid this is. Like, let's check out the other comments, because I won't linger here long. But I just want to see some of these comments. Gail Simone. This is a tiny clip of a much longer video. This gentleman has had his store 30 years. My hat is off to him, and I have watched his videos, and they're good fun.
The only person.
Oh, she didn't say anything mean in this one.
Yeah, no. Gail and Mike are like the only ones like genuinely nice. Nice.
I mean, she said mean stuff. I'm just surprised because she usually says some mean
nice
shit.
Yeah, Ty gave his opinion, didn't make it political. It's not political at all. He's just honest.
No, he didn't really bring up politics at all. He just brought up the quality of the book. So we have Mike McCain. I shop at Glenn's store and talk to him for a couple minutes every week, and he's a good guy. I think people want to add to this. They want to add this to the everyday culture war, and I don't think Glenn really gives a damn about that. He just wants good comics about characters he follow for that. I mean, the thing you don't understand, Mike McCain, is that is still being a part of the culture war, because what
Yeah.
you don't understand is that even if you don't want to be a part of whatever SJWs and leftists are a part of, they'll force you to be a part of it. That's been the entire half decade or full decade of their fucking influence on media. Like, we didn't ask
to
for
add
that
on,
shit. We wanted good content and they didn't give it to us. Like, we are forced to be there. Like, we were attached to these properties and they were good, and then they fucked them up. And we wanted it to go back to the way it was. We know now that it'll never go back to the way. Like, I just don't understand this line of thinking, because they're like, you know, he doesn't care
I
about the
think
culture war. I mean, it doesn't really matter if he cares about the culture war or not. It's going on. That's the thing. They have a saying for this. You can ignore reality, but you can't ignore the consequences. You can't avoid the consequences of ignoring reality. Like, the culture
you know,
war is a reality, even if you don't want to take the label or believe it exists. Like, it does. It does. Like, normies are starting to see this now.
I was gonna say, to add on to that, like, yeah, like if it wasn't for, all the woke SJW stuff, like, you wouldn't have ever heard of or ever watched like channels that basically made it a career to call out this kind of stuff, like the neurotics, the
That's
critical
why it was
drinker,
so
or
annoying, bro. You
like
before.
though if
Go
it
ahead.
wasn't for them, we would not have all these people that make thumbnails calling that stuff out. Like, normal people would not have ever heard of the word woke or
I
heard
was
of
one of those people, bro.
SJW. Like, no one would have ever really cared had it not been so intrusive, like, and
Exactly.
so
But
persistent.
before my political awakening, bro, I didn't give a fuck about none of this shit. I didn't even care about libertarianism, not because I had already been introduced to it or whatever. It's just like, that's not politics, and philosophy just wasn't what I was thinking about on that level as it pertains to American politics and shit. It just wasn't what I was thinking about. I was more concerned with pop culture, Greek mythology, and whatever the fuck I was reading from classical era stuff at the time. And it wasn't until I started reading my favorite things and seeing all this goofy shit that they were doing that I started paying more attention. This is what
Now
they
that
do. They take shit that's not political and they make it political. That's
you
what
know
they're
the
doing with Glenn's fucking comments. Go ahead.
and when you know how you mentioned that, like, because when, like, back then for me, like, I didn't back then for me, I had no stake in like any of this either. Like, I didn't even go into like political stuff at all. Had it not been like before all that, the only issue I had was whether like Marvel movies were like actually doing characters right, like Age of Ultron. That was the only time I ever really had like an opinion on like movies and stuff. But then and the only reason I got in, like, I started looking into like what's woke or what's SJW was just because not sure if you know, but I'm sure you heard Vic Mignogna, like voice actor for anime.
Vince? Is his name Vince Mignogna or
Vic,
Vic?
Vic,
Vic? Okay.
Vic,
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Vic Mignogna.
Yeah.
He he was the first person I heard, like, because of his case and his situation. I learned about what cancel culture was. Had it not been for his own business throwing him under the bus, I would never have been in this group in any of this
Yeah,
until like years
you got red
later.
pilled. You got red pilled to the culture war and what they were doing. Which, by the way,
Basically.
the at the time we would have found out about this. This shit wasn't even called the culture war. That's relatively new term now, because it's progressed to the point where a lot of the bullshit we were dealing with in 2015 to 2017 is on its decline. Like, these motherfuckers went after Glenn and they expected people to dogpile him. But there were people who are like, hey, that's kind of fucked up what you're doing to this shop owner. He has a right to criticize the product if he sells it. And you have no argument for what he's saying. That's why you're attacking his appearance. Right? And then Mark Millar came and fucking backed him up. And now they're pretending they weren't insulting him and shit. Like, you'll see a couple of them backtracking their statements or obfuscating to
Yeah,
make it
they're
look like I was making fun of myself the whole time or some goofy shit like that. By the way, I left the tweets because I will fuck around and go down the 635 reply rabbit hole, and I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna quit while I'm ahead. We read some comments. We're gonna move forward. Go ahead. Oh no.
yeah, basically like these guys because they're getting called out, they're trying to weasel out of it and they're trying to downplay it. Downplaying is probably one of the most annoying things they do, in my opinion. Is pretending that they weren't being malicious
Your boy
about
Zach
it.
actually mentioned this. Like, they thought it was still fucking 2017. And they're like, damn, we look like the bad guys now. It's time to pull back. It's like, no, you were always the bad guys. You weren't fooling anyone. Now it's just obvious you're the bad guys. Like, anyone that was in denial can't be in denial anymore unless they expose themselves as a sophist or just being disingenuous, right? Because back then there was plausible deniability and all that goofy shit. Back then, normies were still unaware. You know what I mean? Like, you weren't really aware of what was going on unless you were really paying attention. Now it's out in the open
Unless you
because
got
they
red pilled,
fucking pulled
basically.
back the curtain. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, yeah, like for me, like 2016, I wasn't aware. 2016, I wasn't aware of what they were trying to do until
Oh, I was,
2019, where Vic Mignogna again. That was
bro.
2019. That was you people had to have known way earlier. For them to know way earlier, they had to have gone red pilled somehow.
Bro,
That's the only way I could.
I think it hit comics first. I don't know that for
Yeah,
sure.
2011.
It
Yeah,
hit
like
comics.
2011.
It hit comics and tabletop had to be right at. Bro, I swear to God, bro. It was like one after another after another. Comics, tabletop, fucking Percy Jackson and the Olympians, goddamn
Oh,
fighting games, video games in general. Like, bro, I was just catching them left and right, bro. I couldn't win. Like, I was reading all different Marvel. And then I was like,
oh.
this is fucking stupid. And then I went searching on YouTube and found a bunch of people who were like, this is fucking stupid. And I'm like, yeah, this is fucking dumb. Subscribe. I'm following this shit. And like, here we are. Like, I'm just glad to see that we've reached the point where there's light at the end of the fucking tunnel. It didn't come the way we wanted it to come in 2015, and fuck that. They're not gonna fucking reverse whatever they've been doing for us. They don't give a shit about us. They want the modern audience, the phantom audience, or they just want to piss us off. Either way it goes, they can just fade off into obscurity for all I give a fuck. I'm gonna spend my money with people who actually give a fuck about entertaining me and don't want to preach to me about how I'm the worst person on earth and how I eat babies and fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing that. They can have it. You have any comments
It's,
before I continue?
I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, yeah, because I noticed what was going on with like politics and the media is when I started finding channels like Eric July or all those type of guys, the Friday Night Tights crew basically and EFAB, all those guys. I only started following all of those guys because 2019 onwards I noticed everything going on, all the Marvel DC hijacked. And for comics, I think that was like 2011. That was when like 2011ish is when they started getting hijacked by you know pro- by the really progressive nutjob types.
Yeah.
It
For a
was around
while,
there.
there were people they hired that were leftists, but they still managed to produce a good story. Donnie Cates was one of them, but I guess he fell out of favor with them for reasons I don't know. And he kind of joined the dogpiling of Glenn to see if he could get himself back into the good graces of the cancel
You know,
pigs, as Mark so lovingly coined for these pieces of shit. Go ahead.
I think it's what hurts most is when you see like old artists or like old artists, old creators like that you followed for like a long time. Like you find out they started joining in or like advocating the same kind of thing, like Rick Riordan.
Bro, when Rick, I've talked about this twice before, bro. When Rick Riordan betrayed his fans, dude,
He did.
I was
It's
so mad. I wanted Percy Jackson and the Olympians to be the first or the next Harry Potter so bad. I'm not leaving this on my screen much longer. How much more of this article we got?
yeah, skip past it.
This shit is
I think
criminal.
you're like
bro.
halfway through.
Super twink. Anyway, industry vets react. Following the video going viral, industry veterans reacted to the footage, some with opposing opinions, including Jamal Igle, Gail Simone, Jimmy Palmiotti, and Mark Millar. Again, I'm sorry if I butcher these names. Gail Simone reacts. This is a tiny clip of a much longer video, tweeted Simone, who seems to play it off as just good fun, she continued. This gentleman has had his store 30 years. My hat is off to him, and I have watched his videos, and they're good fun. Jamal Igle reacts. Jamal Igle, however, blatantly attacks the owner and mocks him. Hang on.
Bro.
Who is this lovely individual, he tweeted. He's going to be real.
I can picture him already, like, like maybe clutching his hand or like, like
throwing up air quotes.
Air quotes or just kind of rubbing his hands together or
Mr. Burns.
twiddling his thumbs like, who is this lovely individual? Like, with that kind of attitude.
Yeah, like Burns from the fucking Simpsons.
Yeah, like Burns.
Oh my god, that episode where Smithers went to the strip club. Okay,
I remember.
Bro, I need that gif for when people start complaining about boobs in anime. I need that gif, bro. I need the gif of Smithers at the strip club for that specific scenario. Like he was freaking the fuck out. Anyway, off topic. This gentleman has had his fuck. I read that. Who is this lovely individual, he tweeted. He's going to be real shocked about how all comics have been written and how writing in general works. His business is dying because he refuses to change with the what?
Change with the times.
This brainless fucking comment. Anyway, Igle added, there's a simple rule in sales. Showing contempt for the product shows contempt for the customer. Don't do it. Sell everything like you love it. No.
Oh, no. This is the most.
Some of us have integrity, Mr. Igle. I'm not gonna sell a shit product to the customer like I love it. You see this shit, bro? You see this shit?
This dude is such a worm with like how he tries to twist. With how he tries to twist.
A fucking snake, bro.
Absolutely. He's so badly wants everyone to twist. That man's genuine frustration. It's scummy.
It's pretty fucking disgusting, to be honest with you. I don't like it at all. One sec.
Yeah, sorry. Seriously, he reminds me.
No, you're allowed to interject. This is my fault if I lose my place.
No, I'm trying to help you find that spot you were on. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. He says, Igle continued, seriously, he reminds me of a few of the old guard guys who used to run shops here in NYC from stores that smelled like stale cigarettes, mold, and urine. Mold and urine, unclean, sloppily stocked. Wow, what an asshole. Those
maybe
guys
sounds like.
Go ahead.
Well, maybe he should have been cleaning up his store properly then. I don't know what kind of stores he'd be talking about.
He's just insulting the guy. He's like, those guys either went out of business, died, or both. There used to be a shop called Comics Plus in Park Slope. The owner was a miserable old man. His incontinent mother spent every day smoking cigarettes in the store, smelling like urine. He had 2 employees in the years I went there and reluctantly carried indie books. Wow. What an asshole. The place hadn't been cleaned since they were forced to downsize around 1997 and finally closed in the early 2000s, said Igle. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
My God. What the fuck? Green Lantern now has a trans origin.
Wait, we
I'm just gonna go ahead and save that one for fuck. 2 weeks
Oh
from
wait, no,
now.
I'm thinking of Tim Sheridan. Hang on, I'm thinking of Tim Sheridan.
Nope,
That's not the
that's the
same.
nope.
Is it?
That's
That's
the
a
green.
different.
That's the
Oh,
same.
that's a
That's the
different.
one. That's the one. It just gets better and better. The gift that keeps on giving. Jimmy Palmiotti deletes tweet. Jimmy
Ooh.
Palmiotti offered his 2 cents, but deleted the tweet following backlash. See, I mentioned that earlier. People just backstepped from the whole thing. It is something I tell newer writers all the time. Read all the history of the character and understand their motivations and why the audience fell in love with them. It will help you understand who they are, so if you change everything about them, it's in line with who they are, he said in the deleted tweet. Palmiotti added, deleted that post because of the bad energy I was bringing. Amazing how some people can't have a civil conversation anymore. I enjoy hearing both ends of an argument, but it has to stay polite. Oh, okay, so he wasn't actually insulting the guy. I take back any disparaging
Oh, okay,
comments.
I get it. Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
No, so like he was actually trying to inject some logic into the discussion.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
that's what I mean.
he was fucking
yeah,
he
it
was
sucks.
dogpiled by cancel pigs, so he deleted the fucking tweet. What assholes, dude?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that sucks that he felt that he needed to delete his tweet because
Yeah,
no
that's
one
fucked
wanted
up.
to listen to him.
And it says here, Mark Millar comes to defense of comic store owner. This vid has been everywhere the past 24 hours, and rightly so, tweeted Millar. The rest of us are armchair generals declaring news from the front. Comic retailers are in the trenches and seeing exactly what's going on. He's clearly passionate about the direct market and upset what's been done to it. A fan also mocked the owner. Okay, but does he have to look like a live version of the comic book guy from The Simpsons? Wow.
What does that
They
have to
have
do
nothing.
with
They
anything?
have no argument for what he's
Anything.
saying. They have nothing.
Hey, that is school. This is school bullying. That's all. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
this
high
dude
school
is doing.
shit, bro. Or a middle school.
Not even high school shit.
It's middle school shit. Miller shot back. That's unfair. It's snobby to look down on someone because they don't dress or look as cool as you want. This guy has been working hard on behalf of publishers and creators for 30 years and deserves to have his opinion listened to. Facts. The biggest facts, bro. This is why Millar is another national treasure. We should protect him at all costs.
Just Adam. We just need to make a compile a list of of all the good people on our side that actually care about the consumers.
Yeah, we should. Well, they'll reveal themselves. I don't think we need to make a list, but they'll reveal themselves for sure. A lot of industry types shook for some reason about that LCS owner clip. Oh man, Bleeding Fool, Critical Blast. Let's look at some of these. I won't linger long, like I said. I just wanted to see the. Okay, so.
Oh wait, we already saw Gale.
We saw who? Oh, we saw.
Oh, it's this fool, Jamal. It's this fool.
Oh, we didn't see this asshole. Comic shops where owners' opinions can be as antiquated as their business model, selling paper magazines. Wow.
Really? What?
That motherfucker was a comic book fan. It is something I tell new. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the Jimmy. Man, that's fucked up.
The Jimmy guy.
Yeah. We don't need to watch the video again. I think that's the end of the article.
Yeah.
It's all good though because we have more. I find it interesting there are 0 comments on this story. There's been plenty of comments. I think we might be the first. I think
he was the first one to comment. That's why, and then others followed.
I don't think anyone's read this article like live. I think we're the first. We're still late to the fucking story. It doesn't matter, but still worth talking about. That's the best thing about news. It doesn't matter because like if it's still relevant to the current times, you can talk about it no matter how old it is. Like this is still right in line with what our podcast is about. So that's cool.
I want to make something of note I noticed.
Yeah, what's up?
Or I think it's more obvious because I feel like everyone's noticed, but I just want to comment on stream. It's funny that all these these IPs were formerly made by people that were more kind of left leaning ish. Like even Stan Lee,
Yeah, but they
he was
kept
like
their fucking. There were communists that used to work on comic books, but they kept that shit quiet. Or you knew they were communists, but they didn't let that overshadow their work.
either they were communists or they were just a very different definition of what liberals used to be before
Yeah.
now, you know? And I think that's what most of them were, honestly.
Yeah, the
Like
important
Stan
thing
Lee,
is like
he was definitely
regarding
something like that.
the important thing is regardless of their political leaning, they knew to keep that shit out of the book. They knew to keep their
Real.
influence out of the book. That's the only thing that mattered. And that I can like even if they're a communist and I don't agree with their politics, I can commend them for, staying true to what comic books were about instead of flooding it with their own personal opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have anything to add before I start this article?
Actually, I feel like actually this brings up a question I just thought of.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, when people like make their own stories, don't they always like naturally put like parts of themselves, like their own like beliefs or stuff like that into their own stories?
I
Like
mean,
Tolkien
yeah, but
wrote
it's
Lord of
it's
the Rings with his own moral beliefs, which
it's
resonate
it's,
with everyone else's, of course.
it's done in a
Because you
more
know,
subtle way. It's not literally putting yourself in the book, like you know what I mean.
oh no, not like self-inserting, but I mean like like beliefs or like thought process wise.
I mean, yeah,
You know,
every writer puts a fragment of their philosophy into the book, even if they're writing. Uh, fuck, did my audio cut out on that part? Anyway, to repeat
no.
myself, every writer puts a fragment of their philosophy into the book, right? Like because they're writing based on their own experience and knowledge and everything like that. But a good writer knows how to temper their personal opinions or tailor them to not overshadow the goal of storytelling. You know what I mean? It's the
Yeah.
reason why people are still able to write relatable stories. You know, it's why the X-Men resonated with so many people. You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of things that happen in X-Men and with the Marvel Civil War can be viewed through an allegorical lens. But that would be me taking what's in the story and drawing a parallel to something in real life. It wouldn't be me literally putting something in real life in the book. Like, for example, the Superhero Registration Act or the Mutant Registration Act. One of the two. Could be an allegory for gun rights. It could be because people want to know. They want to have each mutant on file. They want to know if they live near a mutant.
Yeah.
They want to know their identities and stuff like that. They want to put them on a registry. But it also explores the fact that you're not gonna get every mutant to sign up for the Registration Act. There might be people who don't even know they're a mutant, right? Mutants come out of everywhere at random, or people are gonna find ways to skirt the law, or some people might have their own justified philosophical reasons for not registering. That was a big part of the Civil War. Like Captain America was on the side of not registering with the government because people had secret identities for a reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's one
So
example. Go ahead.
yeah, so they put like the writers like kind of actually trying to explore different kind of perspectives.
Exactly, but they do it in a way that's not on the fucking nose.
Right.
So to
I don't know.
answer your
I
question,
guess I just
yes.
wanted to bring that up in case someone tried to, in case someone ever tried to come to us and say, well, writers have always put their idea like always put themselves like their own ideals or morals or whatever into their own
I
stories,
mean, it
which
would it would be a
to an extent, sure, but
it would be a
they were never
sophist
trying to be.
argument. It'd be a sophist
Not all of
argument
them were trying to be.
because go ahead, my bad.
Also, I was just trying to say like to an extent, sure, but like they weren't
Yeah.
always trying to be preachy or demonizing. It was always more like, well, actually, I mean, most people writing stories are very simple people. Like, hey, there's a good guy, this guy's the bad guy because they're doing bad stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the parallels are happenstance, and the reason why I say it's a sophist argument is because yes, a writer's influence on the story will inevitably have some part of them, but that doesn't mean they're gonna, like I said, overshadow the story with their personal beliefs. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be to
Right.
the same extent we're seeing in modern media. It never has been until this point in fucking history. Like, this is unprecedented.
Right.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump into this one because apparently I saw this today. I didn't even plan on doing this article, but it just caught my attention because so far Mark Millar taking up for Glenn has been a thing, and so far he's been on the up and up as far as respecting the source material, entertaining fans, you know, listening to the comic book shop owners who peddle the product, right? So it says here, comic writer Mark Waid accuses Mark Millar of attacking Gail Simone, which I don't know what, I don't know. Anyway, Mark Waid, the fan favorite writer of such titles
Fan
as Kingdom
favorite.
Come, I'm pretty sure they're I don't know if they're being
Fan
sarcastic or not.
favorite.
I don't know if they're being
If
sarcastic.
anyone who read his Daredevil comic run would know that's a lie.
I didn't. I haven't read Daredevil in a while, but anyway. Mark Waid.
Watch Razor Fist's video on him. It sums up everything.
I'll keep that in mind. Shit, I want to go read Darkland now. Anyway, Mark Waid, the fan favorite writer of such titles as Kingdom Come and Captain America, took to his public Facebook page last night to impugn fellow creator Mark Millar, implying that Millar's recent defense of, I fucking knew it, of comic shop owner Glenn O'Leary. I knew this shit had something to do. I knew it, dude. The comic book palace, as merely Millar's cynical attempt to reinvent himself and try to stay relevant. Do you know what kind of money this motherfucker? I'm not. You know what? I'm just gonna keep reading, bro, because that comment is clearly stupid, bro.
It's screeches of projection. That's what
It's
it is. Like
stupid.
projecting.
This man has been making money on a different planet than you motherfuckers for like years, and he comes back and sees the bitches on fire, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" No, he's just trying to stay relevant. Yeah, okay.
I haven't even read the tweet, and it already sounds like Mark Waid is self-projecting himself onto this.
Yeah, publicity stunt maybe. Who knows? Wade's screed was apparently inspired by the following set of tweets Millar posted on Tuesday.
Maybe that's a screech.
Maybe that is supposed to be screech, but maybe screed means something. If you guys Google what screed means and post it in the chat, I'll be able to see it if that's a real word and not a typo. Because I've done that before. Anything I haven't heard of, I just assume is a typo. So, Millar World. Notice some cancel pig saying I stood up for retailer Glenn O'Leary to promote his books, but I give every cent of our budgets to the artists since I sold the company and literally just do the books for fun. Stun on the ass. I stood up for Glenn because it was the right thing to do.
Just like sit out.
Do this shit for money. I do this for fun. Hold up. Oh, D. A book selling 5 copies or 5 billion copies makes no financial difference to me. Hold on. My last book also came out a few weeks back, and I have nothing in stores again until next summer. God, where the fuck is the air horn? You need that motherfucker. Where is it?
Right.
I need a fucking soundboard. He just flamed their ass. I don't even need the money.
I don't need money. Where's that Vine Boom map?
God damn, he just cooked them. But they're furious, someone calling out their cruelties and desperate to hang on to their little sport. There's a really interesting book being written about this tiny network terrorizing I can't wait to get... Bro, I need that. We're going over that book. I don't give a fuck what I have to do. I don't give a fuck what I have to do. We are going over this book if such a thing exists, bro. It's like getting your hands on the Necronomicon or some shit. or the Necrocomic Con, whatever.
Necromonicon?
We'll find out what the name for this shit's gonna be. I might make this shit an event if that book exists. We're cracking the bitch open. I gotta see. I have to report on this. Okay.
Okay.
There's a really interesting book being written about this tiny network, this whisper network is what they call it, terrorizing pros these past few years, and I think it's going to really blow up when they're exposed. I can't fucking wait. I think a fantastic documentary on it would be like a dose of salts through the industry. Oh my god, bro!
Oh, it's gonna be worse than a dose.
Oh,
more than a dose.
The salt must flow.
Flow.
The salt must flow.
We need.
That got me
someone
hyped.
to make memes for us for this chat. Like every time we do stuff like this, that's what we need. We need memers.
I miss Gun Bun. He used to make memes for us. Damn.
God, I miss him.
Yeah. Wade was so incensed that he eventually went on to publicly accuse Mark Millar of attacking Gail Simone, since Millar had seemingly alluded to a book being written by a woman named. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's grammatically correct. I just never seen it. By a woman named. Go ahead.
It would just be like book being written by one woman.
Or
a woman. A in there.
It does seem a little redundant, but written by a woman named Penny Parker, who many readers may remember was the name of the Bleeding Fool reporter who revealed the Whisper Network. Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, never mind. That might be cool then.
Might be another fucking article for next week. We might look away from the screen. That's not for you yet.
You posted it live. Whatever.
No, I clicked on the link.
Yeah, you clicked on the tab too. That's like.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
In a viral series of articles here at Bleeding Fool that shockingly exposed the secret Facebook group of female and trans women in comic book industry who frequently coordinated attacks on male creators in the private group. Here is the Penny Parker journalist Twitter account promoting a forthcoming book on the subject entitled Generation Simone.
I take it back. Shit, this Penny Parker might be really cool.
Yeah. This might actually be her real name too. That's why I didn't really jump to it right away. It might be her real name. Penny Parker journalist. Surprise! I'm writing a book. My first novel is in progress. Generation Simone. The Rise of the Whisper Network. That is a fucking bomb title. and it already has a home at a publisher. It will be available everywhere in 2025. I can't motherfucking wait for this book to drop. We will be here in 2025 the day this fucking book drops. I'm not saying I'll be on stream that day. I can't make that promise. But I will exist. Well,
you should. You're the one excited. You're the host of this.
No, I can't, bro. I can't plan that far into the future. I'm a pantser, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to be doing that day in 2025. I don't even know when the book's coming out yet. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but I will be around when this book drops. I will, bro. I'm waiting. I want to start a countdown clock or some shit, bro. I need this book.
Real quick, just gonna pause. So Toast Googled the word screed. A long speech or piece of writing, typically one regarded as tedious. For the word screed.
Oh, it is a real word. Word of the day, screed.
It's a real word. Wow.
Okay.
These people really go deep into the thesaurus.
That's the word of the day appended to the top of the chat. But that may not have actually been the book in question. More on that below. Mark Millar's tweets were particularly triggering to Wade, who immediately assumed there was a connection between Millar's comments and the book referenced above, and once again blew a gasket, immediately putting on his white knight armor and considering how he could stop another publisher from printing a book by someone he doesn't agree with.
Oh, I like this article now.
Oh, fuck. Antarctica picks up Jawbreakers. Oh! Yo, we got to follow up on this. because I know who wrote Jawbreakers. I gotta motherfucking follow up on this, bro. Gotta do it. This is getting good, bro.
This is
Oh
juicy.
man. Mark Waid. The more I think about this, the angrier I get at Mark. First off, I doubt this book will ever be published. If Gale or KS wanted to justifiably sue to stop it, their GoFundMe would cancel the national debt. Secondly, by publisher, I assume she means some CG dudes, or else she'd give a name. What a fucking baguette, bro. Swear. Wade then went to his Facebook page to launch a bizarre tirade. There's a lot of juicy links in this shit. Pause.
It's Mark Waid that has it. Oh.
Fuck, bro. This is too many articles in one sitting. Hold up. I'm saving all these links, though.
I mean, that already kind of connects with this because, you know, it's Mark Waid being
Yeah.
Mark Waid.
Oh my god. Sprinkled with his trademark flowery prose.
Pros.
Yeah, prose. This shit already sounds insufferable with the first line. Like a falling star, rocketing across the sky. Another former comic superstar whose heat is fading chooses to cry for attention by blaming the industry, his peers, and the audience, rather than taking stock of his own personal progress, admitting that we are often the authors of our own fate and finding the courage to reinvent himself and stay relevant. Fucking pompous, pretentious prick.
Pretentious motherfucker.
I could see his pinky being raised as he writes this fucking tweet. It wasn't clear at first glance.
He's so smart.
Right, like, the fuck? It wasn't clear at first glance what or whom Wade was referring to. Was it himself? Mark Waid hasn't really had what could be considered a hit comic in several years, but his Batman Superman World's Finest has been getting good reviews, albeit returning to the Kingdom Come well for multiple issues, so any conclusions that Mark was being self-referential was at first glance an easy one to reach. It wasn't until his Facebook fans and friends started to press him on what this was about that Wade finally confirmed he was indeed referring to Millar. I'm not reading that goofy shit again. It's really not that hard. I'll read the second half. My star's not gonna burn forever either. No one's does. And accepting that fact gracefully is a sign of emotional maturity. But if I ever become that guy, every single one of you has permission to slap me upside the head and force me to reread the above paragraph as many times as it takes to sing in. Bro, why didn't you just say his name to begin with? Because this just makes you look catty. Like a bitch. Like seriously. Like, you should have just said his name. Because, like, you didn't say it until everybody was like, who are you talking about? Like, look at these comments. Hold on. What happened? DC Comics Rebirth and Beyond, Mark Millar is a big douche. The worst thing is he's got more money than God. Whoa, wow. Why does he even care? Probably because things aren't going all that well for him. I haven't seen... What? 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 He's got more money than God, but things aren't going well for him. Y'all see this shit, bro? You see how this shit works? Which one is it? Which one? I haven't seen much buzz about his comics recently and all his Netflix, blah, 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 blah. I'm not reading all this shit, bro. These are just a bunch of hating ass motherfuckers just circle jerking. Only a small minority of his followers courageously push back. Mark likes to use the block feature. Oh yeah, it's a good feature. And then one account seemed to agree with Millar's take, saying clearly there is a disconnect between the Big Two's editorial, the LCS owners, and the readers. And Mark Millar is not wrong to highlight that. More quality storytelling is needed, absolutely. Hang on. If I missed any comments. Not really,
Okay.
but Post says that shit was boring. It was. That shit was boring.
Yeah.
It was boring as hell. Wade replied with a cynical sigh. All this complaint about how comics are dying because familiar characters are being written out of character by people who want to self-insert their own political causes or turn them into SJW mouthpiece, excuse me. But not one single legitimate example given. What? Not one. Who? Superman, gay. Batman, in support of riots and fascism. Green Lantern, gay. Flash, black. Wonder Woman, Mary Sue. Spider-Man, cuck. Captain America, Nazi. Bro, these are all examples. What the fuck, bro? How was I able to go down the list of everything they did to fuck up Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, Flash, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, and Captain America? What did they do to Daredevil? I don't remember. What did they do to him?
He just entered.
What did they do to Daredevil?
Daredevil.
Do you know? Do you know what they did?
He made Daredevil a joke. Like an unfunny one too. Like,
Hang on, I think something happened to your mic just now. You good?
Everything good?
Talk again.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay, that's better. You were probably just far away from it, but what did they do to Daredevil?
He made him a joke, like really, like absolute cringe.
That doesn't answer my question for real, to be honest.
I don't, basically, he took away all of his cool gothic style, and ruined it. Like he basically made Daredevil into what he to the MCU.
I won't count. I won't count.
Even put into the MCU.
I won't count that one until I become more knowledgeable, because it does sound like they watered him down. It doesn't sound like he got done as dirty as any of their previous characters. Iron Man took a woman's last name. Nightwing, what they do with him? I haven't been following DC as closely, but I do know Harley Quinn's gay. Because of course she is.
For Nightwing, outside of making him, I think this was before, like years before, but I remember they, aside from making him a cheater, I forgot what else they did.
I won't count that one either. So we got a rousing 2 characters out of the several named that they did mild shit to. Damian Wayne, they haven't done anything to him because they know no one likes Damian Wayne like that for real. So of course they're chomping at the bit to put him in more shit and not any other Robin that people prefer. So like what we got fucking what okay, I'll count Daredevil, Nightwing, and Damian Wayne. How many characters is that? 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So we got
like 8 characters.
We got 3 characters. Yeah, we got 3 characters out of 8 that haven't been obliterated, even if they were tampered with. That is not a good it's not a good ratio. Like, what is he? This is just being disingenuous. Like, I was literally able to go through like down the list and name nearly everything they did to fuck these characters up. Like, he is living under a rock in a bank vault. Like, it's insane. Okay.
Like I said, watch Razorfist's video on him. He lays it down.
I'm gonna
way more than I can.
It. So, tweet here from Classical. Is that no? It's Facebook. A Facebook post from Classical Marvel era. There are some things that can't be agreed with, but clearly there is a disconnect between the Big Two's editorial. Did I read that already from somewhere else?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay. The LCS owners and the readers, and Mark is not wrong to highlight that.
Oh wait, no, you did. Yeah, back at the post, the tweet.
Oh
Twitter
yeah,
post.
yeah. We did. I'm not gonna read his comments. As if there was any examples that would satisfy Wade. Not surprisingly, no one brought up the time Marvel pulled one of Trump-hating Wade's cap. Man. Not surprisingly, no one brought up the time Marvel pulled one of Trump-hating Wade's Captain America screeds, which described America as deeply flawed and called for people to take to the streets. Excuse me. Then the classic Marvel era account presented evidence that both O'Leary and Millar had valid points. Well, they have, and so have we. Since we focus on Marvel Comics, the Captain America series by Ta-Nehisi Coates is one of the bad examples which seem like a political manifesto shoved inside a comic, unlike the writings of Kirby, Greenwald, I think that's Greenwald, and your very own... Huh?
I thought it was Grunwald.
It might be Grunwald. And your very own Operation Rebirth. Sorry if I'm butchering foreign names. I'm sorry. Followed by post-Hickman X titles, and most recently The Punisher by Jason Aaron. Furthermore, shrugging an LCS owner's opinion by simply questioning if they have read recent comics or not sounds a bit condescending. He was quizzing a comic book shop owner? Oh, nah. To put it mildly, let's assume you're right, but they're the ones bearing the brunt in the form of loss of sales and possible business closure. There's your POV. There's Millar's POV. There's the LCS owner's POV, and the truth is somewhere in between. Frankly, you're too benevolent when it comes to today's comics, which is surprising considering the kind of work you have produced for our favorite Marvel characters, namely Fantastic Four and Daredevil.
Wow.
He goes on to say, also, what is wrong with this suggestion? Already, Marvel has JM. Fuck me. JM. My God. JM. That shit. On board to write Spider-Man. And he also wrote a Magneto limited series. Both are getting positive reviews by old and young readers. Why can't these writers, including you and editors, be brought back to work with young talents? Be able to mentor them as Millar is suggesting. Because they're too fucking up their own ass. That's why. The suggestion being referred to here is from Millar's Twitter/X account. We all work from home now, right? Every meeting is now a Zoom. Why not have outsourced editorial using brilliant, untapped industry talent with years of experience on these books? Imagine Chuck Dixon running the Batman books, John Byrne and Cary Bates editing Superman. Can you imagine with Shooter what Shooter would do? Can you imagine what Shooter would do with Avengers or X-Men line? Fuck, that's a typo, I think. Young writers could be properly mentored, and nobody knows these characters better. These guys have decades of hard-won experience. Imagine that was properly tapped. Excuse me. This seemed to particularly beguile Wade, who then went on another long rant about O'Leary's complaints were strawman arguments, and why Mark Millar's ideas about mentoring would never work because the future of comics shouldn't rely on the ideas and perspectives of a bunch of white men in their late 50s. There the fuck it is, ladies and gentlemen. Indicating that he believes younger writers are more suited for comics and old guys have nothing to offer the next generation.
Wow. Yep.
Jesus
4K.
Christ.
We got him
man,
now.
this motherfucker wrote a Bible in response to...
Oh, no, don't read all that, please.
How much longer is this shit, bro? I'm not reading his responses. I can't take much more of this motherfucker, bro.
Oh, please, no.
I can't take much more of him, bro. Pause.
I feel like at this point we got the point across.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Wade had no further responses to these reasoned and respectful retorts. Perhaps he was too busy enjoying the praise and warmth of his ass being kissed. Like most narcissists, Wade certainly does appreciate some effusive and unnecessary praise, but any disagreement with his unnecessary swipes at Mark Millar are comments that he simply cannot tolerate. In fact, if you disagree with him, he calls bullshit and labels you as alt-right, likely to be followed by the block feature.
Yep, that sounds like him.
Mark Waid would rather burn down the comic industry than work with any right-wing conservatives. That perfectly sums up what is wrong with the industry. Much to Mark's chagrin, not all of his comic book fans have short memories, as one of his readers pointed out that since he allegedly destroyed Richard Meyer's comic publishing deal with Anarctic Press, that Waid probably considers anyone with different political opinions to be alt-right. Not surprisingly, Waid didn't respond to that either. That's when Waid shifted his line of argument to directly accusing Millar of promoting actual attacks on Gail Simone, who incidentally also supported Glenn O'Leary's rant and his right to say it. Waid hasn't commented since then, except to share a post from Hero Initiative promoting themselves. Meanwhile, Mark Millar is still out here talking to actual comic shop owners to learn what their complaints are with the industry and discussing how they can reverse the trend of dwindling sales. Which of these two Marks do you think has been more helpful to the industry of late? Comic creator Shane Davis also weighed in on the situation this morning. Update, Millar tweeted today commenting that he thinks there may have been a misunderstanding, likely inspired by a tweet from podcaster and comic retailer Ryan Higgins. What this revealed was a passive loathing many in the industry seem to have for Millar. What a shame. I'm not reading these tweets because this shit has gone on too long. I'm sorry, guys. What do you think about this rising divide in the comic book industry? Is it helping sell more comics, or is it winnowing readers' pull lists? Whoa, that ship has sailed, boy. Let us know in the comments.
We are long past this.
Yeah, apathy has set in. It's like gangrenous. It's like a gangrenous wound, bro. You got to cut off the limb. The limbs have already been cut off. They're amputees now. Anyway,
just got to amputate it.
And if you're interested in the original Whisper Network exposes by if you're exposés by Penny Parker, check out the following links. You may be surprised. Yes, sir. I know what we're doing. 2 weeks from now, buddy. Yes, sir. Yeah, boy.
We're going.
Yeah, I posted the same shit twice. Yes, sir. Yep. Oh yeah. Boy, that was what I needed. Anyway, segueing into something more positive for the evening and wrapping up our stream subsequently. Okay, I said that even though
I was gonna say, are you sure? Yeah. I thought you had two things you wanted to do.
Okay, wait, no, that comes after this. I'm sorry. The positive shit is the very last article. This next thing is more cancer.
This one's shorter though.
Yeah, it's shorter. So what I'm gonna do is actually play this trailer and then run to the bathroom.
Get copyright for this, are we?
You fucking shouldn't. It's a YouTube video from Universal Pictures. I'll risk it. Okay, I'll risk it for you guys. But in order for this video to play optimally, I think I gotta lower the resolution. But I'll be right back because I have to use the bathroom.
Oh. All right. Well, I'll hold the fort from here. How's everyone been?
I certainly hope you dance as well as you dress.
There's only one way to find out.
You and I, we're not so different.
That's Agent
Argyle.
Little help? Hold on.
The book is phenomenal.
I wonder who could that be grabbing her.
What happens next?
It's called a cliffhanger, Mother. Ellie,
I
it's
can't
called
see
a
who
cop
grabbed her.
out.
Whoa! Hey! There's a cat in there!
Oh my god, you're Ellie freaking Conway.
Author of Argyle series, Ellie Conway! I am such a fan!
Oh yeah? What is it you do?
Espionage.
Would you sign my book?
Here we go.
This is...
I love this book!
The reason why I'm not talking is because alright, come on. The reason will make sense after.
Who are these people?
Real life spies.
Why would they care about me?
Because you're a goddamn fortune teller, Ellie. What you wrote in your new book actually happened, and you kicked a hornet's nest you didn't even know existed.
I'm in some really big trouble, Mom.
Oh, so now you're experimenting with drugs.
I want all assets on them now. I need her to write the next chapter.
God, I hate that cat.
It's time for you to meet the real Agent Argyle.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh,
My
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. We've seen. Okay. Okay. All right.
Is
Hey, wait.
Yeah.
Let me do a couple things before I give my fucking 2 cents on
The
what's
cinema
just
is changed.
what just happened.
I feel it in the theater. I feel it at home.
what is that?
That's the next video. I paused it.
Oh, I was about to say, wait, what was that?
Anyway, tell me you guys paid attention to the trailer. Please, somebody say anything about how you paid attention to the trailer. Because I didn't play it for no reason. I wanted y'all to, okay.
Yeah, like I said to everyone, yeah, the reason why I didn't say anything and let it play out is just so y'all can understand why he specifically wanted this.
Before I give my thoughts on the trailer, what do y'all think of the trailer? Just the first time you saw it. What were your thoughts on the trailer, bro? Just how it came in with Henry Cavill and the
Toast says saw the movies while watching the FNAF movie. Really?
Oh, she said it's just meh. I saw it. I saw that trailer during G-1.
I like how you're calling it that.
Yeah, G-1, yeah. Why not? She said first time I wasn't feeling it and now it's meh. Okay. What about you, Blue Jay? And anyone else who wants to chime in who isn't a lurker, or if a lurker wants to speak up.
That's what Jay says, and it's just meh. Yeah, that's pretty much everyone just.
Oh, Jay
meh.
said it was meh. I thought it was Toast. Fucking
Yeah.
okay.
It's not Toast.
Oh, cats. The cats really made me not interested. I don't know why. I know why it made you not interested.
I mean,
I know
it's
because
pretty obvious why.
they think women like cats, bro. For some reason, they're trying to attract cat ladies to every movie. It's the same thing with the Meowbles. It is forced. It is forced, dude.
The Meowbles.
When I saw this trailer, the first like 10 or 20 seconds, I was enthralled. You got Henry Cavill as a secret agent. You got a hot chick in a fucking gold dress. You got John Cena as somebody. I still don't know what his role was. He's being aimed at by people with pistols and shit, right? And then there's a high-speed chase. A building blows up. The hot chick pulls up on a Ducati, busting a MAC-10 or whatever submachine gun that was. I don't know. And then they reveal the fucking plot of this goddamn movie. Do you know how fucking disappointed I was that this wasn't just a spy movie? I was deeply fucking disappointed that this just wasn't a spy movie. This goofy ass plot is about a fucking
writer.
Yes, an author that writes a spy novel series
come to life.
And it turns out, no, it's not that it comes to life. There's real spy, like the people she writes about somehow, some fucking how, turn out to be real spies carrying out the exact espionage and missions she writes about in her fucking books. Right? And in my head, I'm like, what? Why? Why?
Wait.
Hang on, let me
Jay
reposition the
says,
chat box.
wasn't that plot done already? Kevin James, Sandra Bullock made movies like that, but slightly different. Have they?
Maybe they might have, but the point is, why didn't they just make this shit a spy movie? Because it comes across to me like at first it was supposed to be a spy movie, but then somebody was like, nah, what if we did this? And now it's about this shit. Because the plot, okay. The plot has a long, enthralling, and sexually exciting fling with my suspension of disbelief. How do you expect me to believe that an author, without the introduction of supernatural elements to our knowledge in the trailer, because they played it off as just happenstance, how the fuck do you expect me to believe that this fucking spy series just turned out to be true? And these motherfuckers can read the books. First of all, they figure out, my God, this shit. How the fuck is your movie falling apart at the seams narratively through a fucking trailer? Like, how am I supposed to believe this? You know what I mean? I'm taken out of the movie before the bitch is even released.
Just to answer Weiss's question, we're talking about Argyle, the trailer. We just played it, and it's
they might not have seen the trailer. Shit.
no, she just came back apparently, left the chat and then came back before and after, something like that.
Damn. Sorry.
Basically, context you missed. We just watched a trailer about what we thought was gonna be a cool spy espionage.
Bro, I was hooked, bro. I thought it was just gonna be a spy movie, bro. Like, I was hype.
Yeah, something like James Bond. I mean, hell, Henry Cavill looks like he could. Well,
he looked like he was gonna act the fuck out of that role, bro. I was hooked. You had the hooks in me, bro. Like, what a fumble. Like,
Jay says, what if there's some M. Night Shyamalan twist?
I don't even
want to think about what kind of twist that would be.
Here's the thing, though. I don't give a fuck about a twist because I already know the plot. It's not a cool spy movie. It's not a cool spy movie. It's cat lady shit rolled into what could have been a really cool spy movie. That's what it is.
It feels kind of meta too.
Meta shit is fine when done well, but this shit here, dude, this shit here annoys me, bro, because it's just indicative of everything that Hollywood's been doing, in my opinion. Like, you have this amazing concept, right? This shit is a layup. And this is a movie that could have actually benefited from the star power you lent to it. Not only because Henry Cavill is a very popular actor, but because he actually is good at acting. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, this is. I mean, this is a
credit to some of the other actors.
Bro, this could have been like Kingsman. This could have been like Kingsman. This could have been like Mission Impossible. This could have been like 007. Shit, this shit could have been like Spy Kids. Like, but nah, fuck it. We're gonna go with this goofy ass author.
Spy Kids.
Shit is stupid.
That'd be funny.
I like Spy Kids. Okay, I know people shit on those films. I like them. I like a lot of the Spy Kids, especially the video game one.
The video game's actually pretty entertaining. I like the
We
game.
said, I watched the trailer now, and
What?
it kind of does what? Weiss. Fellow
It
Spy
kinda
Kids
does.
fan.
Oh, also her name is Weiss, not
Weiss?
Weiss. Weiss.
It's Weiss from now on. It kind of
Look
does
like
what
a weird
though?
daydream.
Yeah, it looks like a weird. It literally, bro. The trailer came across as somebody was like, "Bro, I got this dope idea for a cool spy movie," and then somebody was like, "Nah, let's do this instead," and then it came out as some goofy shit. Like,
It's
that's really
You know,
all
I
I
think
had
you
to
mentioned-
say about this trailer. I just wanted
Well,
to get
didn't you
everybody
mention
else's
something-
opinion on it. Go
Well,
ahead.
didn't you mention to me like before our stream started that you felt like it was just like another bait and switch Scott Pilgrim-esque?
Well, no. I feel like I got bait and switched with the trailer. They didn't pull a Scott Pilgrim, and I'm glad they didn't, because now I know not to waste my time. I will give them props for being straightforward. I will give them props for that, because part of me thinks they thought this might have actually been a good idea, and nah, it's not. The plot is already
Yeah, I think they
the
really
plot.
wanted to make it work.
The plot is already fucked up at the foundation. Because again, like this is a lot to ask of my suspension of disbelief. This is a lot to ask. Like, this is a lot. I'm supposed to believe that with no supernatural elements introduced, that there's this astronomically unlikely event to occur where this woman wrote a series of well-renowned spy novels that all of them turned out to be not only based on identical to true events, but precognitive of fucking true events. Like, she wrote the books, and whatever she wrote happened after she wrote them. What? How am I supposed to? It could be a good concept with supernatural elements, but that
Don't
hasn't
you
been.
know it's a small world, Kaine?
I mean, okay. Having an author that writes books that come to pass, that is a good concept. This shit that they did here with the way it's framed, no, it's not a good concept. It's fucked. It is fucked. It is obliterated, dude. No. Oh my god, like. Anyway, that's all I had to say on that.
Speaking of supernatural elements, I want to segue to our last topic.
Is this? I think this is more sci-fi than supernatural, but.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think it's more sci-fi.
No, because I've always seen it portrayed in both.
I mean, bro, I could write the hell out of that. If I could write a concept for that where it would have to be in a Death Note style for it to be interesting, and the character would have to struggle with balancing. They would have to struggle with, the moral implications of forcing shit to be real. Yeah. I could write the fuck out of that.
Scenarios.
I could write the fuck out of that. I'd make it a tragic story. I'd make it somewhat macabre. Yeah, I could write the fuck out of that. I could write the fuck out of that.
Basically, writing stories that come to life and that affects the real world.
Yeah, but they use it for evil. They use it for personal gain, and some bad shit come. Yeah, I could write the fuck out of that. Yep. I could do that. Anyway.
Yeah, like the chat says, that sounds dope.
Yes. I could do that. Hold up. Anyway, moving on to our next topic. We're coming in, right? Like, everyone hears our audio? I don't know. I'm paranoid.
I mean, no, you're paranoid. I used to be the one paranoid about this. No, the chat says earlier, the chat said we came in fine.
Okay. Cat says the concept could work, but I think they presented it poorly. They lured people thinking it was a spy film when it should have been shown as a comedy.
I'm not sure about that.
I don't even think this would work as a comedy because I don't want my spy films to be funny, right? You didn't have to delete that. Come on.
Aww.
Cats, come on. Why did you delete it? You didn't have to delete it.
Put it back. Put it back. We're all freedom of speech advocates here, okay?
Cats, why did you delete it?
Sorry, let me calm down there.
Come on. You didn't have to delete it. Come on. Oh, peace out,
See you,
Weiss. Peace
see you,
out.
Weiss.
Appreciate you tuning in.
Hope
Please
you
return.
enjoyed, Weiss.
Come back. Please tell your friends. Come back.
Oh yes, spread word, spread the word.
Why did you? But come on, Cats. Why'd you delete it though? Because like, I did want to have that conversation. Godzilla got Riz. What's up, Bruce? Oh fuck. Wait, how long have we been going? It feels like
2.5 hours.
2 hours, 15 minutes. It does not feel like we've been going that long. That's pretty much in the realm of the time span I want to be doing these anyway. We made decent time.
Oh,
you didn't have to
because
delete.
topic change.
You still didn't have to delete it though. But I mean, can I still make my point though?
I think you have.
Cats, can I still make my point though? I only make it if you're fine with me making it, because I don't want to like make it seem like I'm like bullying you or whatever. Okay, so
yeah, Cat says yeah.
The reason why I don't think this concept could work as a comedy, but not with what they have, because I don't really want my spy films to be funny. It's okay if funny things happen in the spy films, because that happens in pretty much every spy film I named, I believe. But
I mean, I always thought Spy Kids was funny, like in a cheesy way.
yeah, but it didn't take away from the serious tone of the films, or the mildly serious tone of the films. Like the Thumbs were funny, but they were still in the serious. Oh, you weren't upset? All right, good. But I don't think the way they presented the concept it would work as a comedy. But for the reasons stated prior, I don't think people want their spy movies to be comedic, not in the Marvel movie type of way. Anyway,
I don't think anyone wants to do it that way anymore. I feel like that way of thinking is just dying.
I think it would have served. It would have made everybody happier if it was just a cool spy film. Because I don't know who they cast for that chick in that gold dress, dude. But she would have been selling tickets, dog. What? I don't know who that is, but she would have been. Put her on the movie poster, motherfucker. Like, put her on that poster, dude. Like, oh my god, it's Henry Cavill, her, and then the motorcycle. We put her on the motorcycle and put that on the fucking. Her name's Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa, is that her name?
That's her name. I've never heard of her. Actually, no. I have heard of her, but I've never seen her face. Jack Harlow did a song called Dua Lipa. I had no clue who the fuck he was talking about. But anyway.
That's out of scope. Oh, also, speaking of comedic spy stories, I mean, we do have Spy X Family. That's kind of like a comedic.
That's not a fucking movie, though.
It's not a movie, but still, like, it's comedy and it's spy.
Yeah. But they keep those two tones separate though. Like they keep the comedic tones and the serious tones on a scene by scene basis, I believe. I haven't seen the show. Never mind. I take back everything I just said because I don't even know. I didn't watch the show.
Well, it depends on the
Speaking
episode.
from ignorance.
It really depends on the episode because there's some where it's just all comedy, like there's no serious plot, and then there's others where it's like an actual terrorist plot centered.
But anyway, enough spy shit. Godzilla! No, okay, go.
It's Godzilla!
I'm sorry. Okay. This was going to be on from wordonfire.org. the powerful human drama of Godzilla minus one. I want to do a fucking spoiler talk of this movie right now. Has everyone seen this movie? Who's in here?
I have. Sorry. Nah, Jay hasn't seen it
Fuck
either.
you. God damn. Go have fun. Don't spoil, man. Fuck y'all, bro. Hold on. Oh my god. Okay, I'll say things. No, wait. No, I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not gonna spoil.
No. Don't go, Jay. I haven't seen it
I'm
either.
not going to spoil. I am gonna say things, but I'm not going to spoil. Okay, I kind of see the point of spoiler-free reviews now. Fuck, I hate them, but I see the point. The powerful human drama of Godzilla minus one. As soon
says I need to watch it too.
Yeah, y'all need to watch it. Y'all need to watch it. As soon as the credits rolled,
I really do want to watch it. Damn.
bro, you go watch it, bro. Go watch that shit. Go watch it. Go watch it. As soon as the credits rolled for Godzilla minus one, I knew that I had seen a truly special film. It is quite simply a tour de force of movie making, a cinematic triumph. I say this not only as a lifelong fan of the Big G, who grew up on a steady diet of the giant monster adventures known in Japan as the kaiju genre, but as someone who savors the movie-going experience and respects the power of film to tell compelling stories in a way that no other medium can quite match. Godzilla's filmography includes everything from the haunting nuclear allegory of the original 1954 classic to the campy monster mash of the 2021 Hollywood spectacle Godzilla vs. Kong, which cheerfully abandons any pretense of high cinema. In Godzilla minus one, director and writer Takashi Yamazaki successfully recaptures the power of pathos of the 1954 film by grappling with the searing trauma endured by post-World War II Japan as the nation came to grips with the appalling cost of its imperial aggression. I can't believe I didn't fuck up his name. Clap for me, goddammit. I need... It's impossible to properly...
You probably couldn't hear it, but I tried to clap.
Thank you. It's impossible.
Clap emojis in the chat, guys.
Yeah, clap emojis in the chat. Thanks. It's impossible to properly discuss the themes of this movie without delving into some crucial aspects of the characters and plot, so I urge you to see it in theaters if at all possible before reading my analysis. Even if you don't normally enjoy creature features, Godzilla minus one can be enjoyed as a powerful and affecting human drama. Human drama. It is also a remarkably life-affirming film. I can't read this article. God damn it.
You want me to read it?
No, I can't read it because it's full of fucking spoilers.
Oh, spoilers.
Shit, hang on. Let me... Fuck.
Okay, well,
maybe
you make your comments then.
Let me see if my intermission screen is fucked up or not. Probably is.
I don't think so.
Halfway is. We're gonna do shit. We're gonna do hang on.
Oh, come on, Toast. You can't blame me, man. Why'd you find out that Freddy's was a chance opportunity? Haven't had the opportunity this time with Godzilla.
You see,
I watched the Shin Godzilla at least, and I enjoyed that one.
I'm not gonna spoil it. But what I will do is look up another article that's spoiler free for you guys because I still want to talk about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and not show the Chrome screen real quick and look up a spoiler free. I'm saving this article though because once enough people have seen the movie, I'm fucking we're talking about that shit live, bro. What's happening?
I'll make a note to watch Godzilla sometime soon. Sometime.
It's worth the money, bro.
I know.
God.
I know. I hear this. I hear so much good stuff about it. It looks good too.
That article was well written too, just from what I
Yeah.
found something. I found an article immediately. That was an accidental Pokemon reference. But anyway, you know when you find something, it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right, so we have an article here that is spoiler free. From Tech We Like, entertainment, events and experiences, movie trailers, and reviews. I gotta bookmark these guys if that's what they got. Hold up.
Huh?
No, they do movies and stuff. Like I have certain.
You're gonna.
I have sources for stories for comics, video games, movies, TV, stuff like that. Like I've been doing it.
Yeah.
This is a new one, so I'm gonna save them. So it
Yeah,
says Godzilla -1, a spoiler-free review. A lot of the time, I attempt to watch the Godzilla franchise movies with my family, and I always end up falling asleep. Because of my track record, I didn't know what to expect going into the early showing of the new film Godzilla -1, but I left that room utterly thrilled by the experience. Below, we discuss the initial thoughts on the intro, storyline, and design. Initial thoughts. I had the opportunity to attend an early press screening of the upcoming film Godzilla -1 by director Takashi Yamazaki. Before going into this, I looked at
again.
Bruh, I've been engrossed with Japanese names. Like I don't even think this shit count because I've been exposed to Japanese diction vernacular via their media a lot. So, and I think this is one of the easier names to fucking pronounce in Japanese. But thank you regardless. Before going into this, I looked at the trailer and grew curious. Before the Japan Society, the cultural center that invited us, showed the movie, one of the chairs introduced everything and referred to the movie as a cinematic masterpiece. That was already such a high bar that set my expectations relatively high since they were hyping the movie up so much. And I would later find out that it was rightfully so. Nicely balanced storyline. Throughout the movie, I was captivated by the story and amazed by the action. The storyline was sentimental and made me sympathize with the protagonist and the people around him. One moment I was emotional, the next moment I was laughing and cheering. Yamazaki didn't just lead with that though. While staying immersed in the background lore, we as the audience also had many ooh and ah moments when the one and only Godzilla made his many appearances. Were you saying something? My bad.
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay. There is no room for boredom while watching this film. So this time around, watching a Godzilla movie, my eyes were glued to the screen. God damn it. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't yawn once. Not to say that all the other Godzilla movies weren't as thrilling, but this one especially caught and maintained my attention. The directors did a fantastic job balancing action-packed cinematography and evoking the viewer's emotions. Gojira, the one and only. What'd you say?
I'm just wondering, like, how does someone do that? Like perfect, like balancing all that kind of stuff without boring anyone or like overwhelming anyone.
I'll tell you how they do it. By making it a humanizing experience and making a relatable fucking character. That's how you do it. That's how you fucking do it. I would go into greater detail about how it was artfully done and exactly how, but that would invite. We're gonna get into this fucking discussion and how, because this is writing craft shit. I want to get into this, but you fucking clowns haven't seen the movie, so I can't. God, bro, this movie was good. Anyway, Gojira, the one
so
and
good
only.
it hurts.
I'd like to point out how insane Godzilla's design was. From his minor details to those chilling eyes that sent shivers down our spine, Godzilla was very cool to see in various scenes in the movie. I could tell the design team took their time to make him come to life intricately. He was cool and highly intimidating, so I believe that this is a job well done. Lastly, I was also impressed by the classic elements that the -1 team added to the movie. I did further research and discovered that the old form of special effects for the Godzilla movie was to have stunt performers wear suits and interact with miniature sets. When matching -1, we noticed how in the train scene it looks like you're looking at a real train, but when the camera pans out, you see it's a miniature train model, just like in the classic movies. I love it when directors and movie producers take the time to notice small details like that to pay homage to the originals. Go ahead.
Oh, just like wow, like that's a hell of a lot of attention to detail
I
just
know
to
the
make it all
exact
look real.
I know the exact scene he's talking about, and guess what? I didn't know that motherfucker was a miniature set. I had no idea. I didn't know. No clue. Man, I wish I could get into the.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No, because it's not about it's not even about discussing these spoilers for me. It's just that the things I want to talk about invite spoilers. Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's why I'm like, I'm sorry.
man, I love it when directors and movie producers take the time to notice small details like that to pay homage to the originals. Even using the classic Godzilla theme, this movie will produce nostalgia in fans. It also reminded me of that rap song that sampled the original Godzilla theme song. But,
Really?
no, it didn't. No, there was a rapper who sampled the Godzilla theme song. I think it was MF Doom.
I didn't know that.
Probably wrong. I'm probably fucking wrong.
Wait, guys in the chat, is that true?
I don't know if they know. I don't know if there's hip hop fans in the chat. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, someone would be a hip hop fan. I don't see why not.
Maybe. I don't know about MF Doom sample C. Verdict. In conclusion, Godzilla -1 is an exceptional film that surpasses expectations. The movie is a perfect blend of action, emotion, and sentimentality. The story is captivating, and the action scenes are thrilling. Make it a must-watch for anyone who loves a good monster movie. Or anyone who doesn't. I'm going to add that. If you don't like monster movies, see this shit anyway. It don't matter. The design team did a fantastic job bringing Godzilla to life, and the director, Takashi Yamazaki, deserves credit for his excellent work. I highly recommend this cinematic masterpiece to anyone looking for a thrilling and captivating movie experience. I think I can get into one aspect of the movie that was fucking, oh my God. It was sex. Swear to God, dude. One aspect of this movie that was fucking amazing. The world building. This is a fictional, alternate history portrayal of the events of World War II. Much of it is held intact, obviously, but you throw Godzilla in that bitch. Oh my God, dude. The world building is immaculate for what they've done with the destruction of Japan, the fucking the building the city up from the ashes, the fucking shit, I can't say everything I want to say. But, bro, it's just oh my fucking God, dude. It's so good. It like the word I could use to describe what they did to paint this alternate history world is authentic, right? Everything that they use, or nearly everything, as far as I fucking know, it's
Just never thought I would ever hear someone describe it say it was sex.
Bro, I didn't know what else to I didn't know what else to fucking call it, bro. I had to say something to describe it. Like, dude, like they made
I
me
could say something about this, but I'm like the chat right now. I can't. Oh, the chat that hasn't seen the movie. I'm like,
dude,
I'm like Toast. Toast
they
was
made
very mad at me for not watching this.
I mean, I am mad, but it's not real anger.
I know.
Yeah, but the care that they put into this movie made me believe that this was World War II Japan, right? It made me believe that shit.
Like it looked real.
And it made me believe Godzilla was a force of fucking nature, bro. Like, you have to see this film so I can actually deep dive into this shit. Don't do this to me, okay? I haven't felt this in a while, like holding in the spoilers. The last time I witnessed this was when a friend was like holding in the spoilers for Attack on Titan and waiting because he read the manga. He had to wait. He had to wait for the episodes to come out before he could say anything, bro. Don't do that to me. I can't.
Was he waiting
don't do that
years?
to me. Huh?
Well, was he waiting years to finally say something about it?
Yes, bro. Because there were people who were anime only and didn't read the fucking manga. I was one of those people. But
I mean, yeah, that was me too.
My God, bro. Like, and then Attack on Titan got spoiled for me anyway. That's a different story. Anyway.
Well,
watch this fucking movie. Like, that's all I gotta say about it. And that's, God damn it, dude. So
I will.
What I'm gonna do now, since we've pretty much gone through all of our topics, is read some of your comments and your thoughts on this article. I hope this review has convinced you knuckleheads to actually go watch the movie. Go watch the fucking movie, knuckleheads.
I mean most of it's toast comments. Anime only here, unfortunately. I mean that's just being how most of us are.
I mean, it's not unfortunate. Like, anime is more easily digestible than manga. I used to read a lot of manga, but I fell out of it. Like, I used to read a lot of manga because our library was stocked with manga. I read Full Metal Alchemist, Original Dragon Ball, Vampire Knight, Hellsing.
You had a library full of manga?
Yes, they had a manga and comic book wall in that motherfucker. I was in there. Not only was I reading
or college. Which was this?
It was high school. I was reading. Not only was I reading Percy Jackson and the Olympians urban fantasy, I was reading manga and comic books. Yes, they had a manga and comic book wall. Yes, boy, I was in that I was in that library. I was in that library like a crack fiend, bro. I was in.
And maybe a few comics, but that was it. How the hell did you get a bunch of manga?
You didn't have a library?
Well, yeah, but there was no mangas there.
No, Toast said she didn't have a library.
Oh no.
She had movies in hers.
You had movies in your library?
We actually did too. VHS movies, but only teachers really checked out the VHS movies. Honestly.
He should. That was nice. Wow. My high school didn't have it. And didn't have VHS.
I keep telling people I went to for a public school. This school is actually pretty decent, especially the more I think on like what I used to have access to back then. It was a pretty decent public school, actually, one of the better ones.
Wow.
But yeah, I fell out of reading manga. Let me see. What other comments are there? Mostly Toast. No one else is really saying anything.
Yeah, where's everyone else at? I mean, I know
lurking.
Left
They're just lurking.
Weiss left.
No, we still got 6. We got 6 viewers.
We got 6 people watching.
Yeah, they're just lurking, which is cool. She said she mostly watches anime and read a couple manga. Like, that wasn't in my library, and I think I know why, but I wish it was.
For obvious reasons.
Bro, they had some harem. They had some goofy ass harem shit in there. Why not? Fucking Berserk. They had a Hellsing.
Oh, come on, why you be lurking?
There was blood and guts. Well, Wolf, what's up? If you haven't already, Wolf, please consider subscribing. And by consider subscribing, I mean subscribe.
Please. And also, Wolf, if you could show this to your friends too, that would help a lot.
Yes, new faces, do not be afraid to say something in the chat, so I can treat so I can act like a Jehovah's Witness for my channel.
What?
Excuse me. Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior, Kaine Walker? No, I'm playing. I'm not gonna say that. It's fucked up. But anyway,
I thought you were gonna make a Lovecraftian reference there.
You see, you know me. I was actually, it was between Cthulhu or myself. I should have said Cthulhu.
You should have said Cthulhu.
Our Lord and Savior Cthulhu. I used to be that kid, unfortunately.
Oof.
It's a wholesome story where two friends get into a disagreement. Shut the fuck up, cats. Do you know? She knows what happens in that story. Yeah, that's one hell of a disagreement. What?
Yeah.
Boy. Oh my god. Fuck. Okay.
Stop me before I say that line that pisses everyone off.
Oh, shit, we're going on 2 hours and 40 minutes, dude. It might be time to wrap it up. God damn it. I had a fucking blast as usual, dude. Like, also, I do have to say, you guys have been, it's not like this channel's huge, but the podcasts have been taking off. Like, the viewership for him has been really good.
No, Bruce.
Isn't Berserk a yaoi anime? Let me ignore the chat. The reception of the podcast has been great, to the point where I think I want to increase frequency. But I don't know where the fuck I'm going to find the time. I'm going to do something. Even if I do solos, I want to increase the frequency of the podcasts. And I think those are going to be shorter because I don't want to take away from the main Monkey's Paw shows. So I might come up with something called Monkey's Paw Solos or something, because you guys seem to actually enjoy these.
You could always say like the lone paw or something like that.
I mean, it's still gonna be Monkey's Paw Solos. I'll figure it out. But anyway, shit, what was I saying?
Toes.
You guys seem to enjoy these, but like, why wouldn't you? Because like, a lot of you share our opinions, and if I dare say, we don't sound half bad in the playbacks I watch. So I mean,
but I'm happy for that. That's I feel like you helped me improve the audio, the quality on my end.
Yeah, it was just mic settings.
Yeah, but that was a bitch to get through.
Make it a reference of a book. I mean, the Monkey's Paw already is. I think I don't know if they made a movie out of this book or not, but it's an old horror
not that I
book.
heard of. No.
I encourage y'all to read this book. By the way, it's a really good book. It teaches lessons too. Fuck, man, I don't want to do it, but I gotta end the stream. God damn it. Oh man, this has been.
Thank you guys for watching and staying all the way through. I know we had some that left, but regardless,
Dude, we have maintained like a concurrent view of 6 and 7 for a while. Like, I really appreciate y'all, bro. Tell your fucking friends, please. Tell your friends.
Yeah, the more the merrier. Come one, come all. You know.
Seriously, but
there is a movie.
The short film.
Oh.
Yo, Cats, DM me about that short film later. But anyway, that's all we got for right now, guys. This has been episode 7 of the Monkey's Paw podcast.
Make sure to check out Kaine's social media too.
Fuck, I never. Links in the description for my Twitter, my YouTube channel for my writing craft videos. More episodes of the Monkey's Paw podcast. I have another series called Direct Quest where I consume media and break it down narratively. Right now we're doing a game called Battle Chasers Night War. I'm going to see if I can work in some movies and TV shows as well so I can break those down narratively. And actually, you'll get a taste of what I do with that series if we ever get around to discussing Godzilla -1. I might have to watch the movie again by the time we fucking break that down narratively and I describe what made me enjoy it so much and the writing craft and the yada yada blah blah blah. But anyway, please check those out. And also my Twitter has like 14 followers. I would be appreciative if I got at least 20 before the end of the year. I'm not saying I'll make it, but it'd be cool if I did. But anyway, this has been the Monkey's Paw Podcast, episode 7. I'm your gracious host, Kaine Walker. This is my co-host, Soups. And we will see you again next time. Peace.
Peace.